Last night at the vet, it was the stud and the general holding court. Scott Rowland with the glove and with the bat provided the Phillies with all the offense they would need, an opposite field home run, and Curt Schilling brilliant in painting a 4-hit masterpiece. They exchanged the pleasantries of victory as the Phils tonight report to Veterans Stadium in search of win number 3 in a row. It's the Phils and the Expos coming up next. And hi again, everybody, with Kent DeColvey. I'm Larry Rosen. Welcome to our Sports Channel presentation of Phillies baseball. And yes, indeed, the last couple of weeks or so have been further indication of just how good a player Scott Rowland has become, Teague, for the Philadelphia Phillies. And when you look at him against the other rookies, the numbers are just outstanding. They're great numbers against veteran players. First in all of baseball for the rookie rankings in home runs, RBIs, and, of course, in games played. And, Teague, we celebrate his offense, but his defense, that is something to write home about.
Well, Larry, Scott Rowland on many occasions has talked about how much he loves to play defense, and we saw the home run earlier in the game, but look at this right here, the 3 defensive plays that he made last night. Not too much of a reaction from Scotty when he hits a home run, but he made these 3 plays, and every time when he comes off the field after making one of these gems, you see that big grin on his face. Scott Rowland just loves to play defense, and that's what really makes him happy, making a couple plays like that.
You saw the exchange as Curt Schilling gave the glove slap to Scott Rowland. A special relationship has brewed between these two, and Curt says that he loves to give Scotty all that he can handle. Scotty's learning to give it back with a lot of style.
It's a huge boost. I mean, I love playing behind Schill. I love playing defense because he's throwing strikes, and that's the main thing. If a pitcher throws strikes, it keeps you on your toes, it keeps you in the game. And last night, we had all the way through the whole team, we had a blast out there on the field. And I think that's what we've been lacking for the last couple of weeks, last couple of months for that matter. And, hopefully we can go on that and have a good time. And pitchers throw strikes and the fielders make the plays.
Tonight, the Phils face a tough customer, Carlos Perez, the National League Pitcher of the Month in the month of June. Matt Beach, still in search of that elusive first victory of 1997. That's the setup. Stand by when we come back. Starting lineups will play ball. Phils and Expos next. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. By Mellon PSFS, it's where you're going. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, the health insurance companies you can lean on.
Lots and lots, tons and tons of tennis balls. Some of the things that are on my Discover card statement. I travel quite a bit. Ooh, I didn't know that the golf balls around here. Just relax, enjoy nature, and very good. Labidochromis, caeruleus. They don't want to play with me now because I beat them 90% of the time. I'll take out $100 to buy the bait, gas up the boat.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
Let's see, what else do I have on this?
It pays to Discover. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Baby Blueprints from Independence Blue Cross is a maternity program designed to assist mothers and identify risk factors early in pregnancy.
I had a difficult last pregnancy, and Kate at Baby Blueprints, she was great. She arranged everything, and she was very comforting to talk to on the phone.
Managing high-risk pregnancies is a very challenging job, but it's really worth it in the end.
Baby Blueprints from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Another reason you can lean on us.
Don't expect too much from yourself, Michael.
Start on varsity.
You can't play at the level of North Carolina. Be realistic.
Forget the team. Think of yourself. Why go back to basketball? You'll embarrass yourself.
Had enough?
Just getting started.
There's one luxury car that's not a cliche.
What is it?
The Millennia by Mazda. An icon of style. An oasis of comfort. An exhibition of grace. Very refined. Very personal. Millennia. Your private label luxury car. Lease for $329.
Temperatures around 90 degrees, a steamy Veteran Stadium the scene. The Phils and Montreal Expos about to do battle, and the Expos have shaken things up with their lineup tonight. Andy Stankiewicz gets a rare start. He'll lead off at shortstop. Lansing at second base. Rondell White David Segui, Sherman Obando, a bench player. Chris Witcher, the backup catcher. Doug Strange. Ryan McGuire will bat 8th, and pitching will be Carlos Perez.
Defensively for the Phillies this evening, they have Rico Bronya at first base, Mickey Morandini at second, Kevin Stocker's the shortstop, Scott Rowland at third. Greg Jeffries is in left, Ruben Amaro Jr. in center, Darren Dalton in right, Mike Lieberthal behind the plate, and on the mound, 25-year-old left-hander Matt Beach. Beach making his 11th start of the year for the Phillies. So far, he has not won a ball game yet, 0-4 with a 6.12 earned run average. In essence, Beach's problems can be summed up in this stat. He has started 10 games, Larry, and he's only had 9 official at-bats. So he just hasn't been able to stay competitive long enough in the ball games to get himself in a position to win. He had a strange outing his last start a week ago at Florida. He struck out 5 of the first 6 batters he faced, and he had 6 strikeouts in the first 3 and the 3rd innings of the ball game. But he also, in the same ball game, walked 6 in the final inning and 2/3. So again, the consistency problem with Matt Beach in that last start against Florida, even though he did have a career high 8 strikeouts, pitched just 4 in the 3rd innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs. As we mentioned, the 6 walks and the 8 strikeouts. So inconsistency and the ability to carry himself deep into the ball game is why Matt Beach is still winless in 1997.
Well, we have seen, Teak, the last couple of nights what starting pitching does. It's obviously no secret, but back-to-back wonderful outings that Beach would love to stand behind and get that first win in 97. And we're going to focus on Matt in the early going and see how he works his way into this ball game. He is facing much of the Expos bench as Felipe Alou gets the spot starters involved. Stankiewicz takes ball high. Umpires tonight, Jerry Crawford from the Philadelphia area behind home plate. Ed Montague, Wally Bell, Larry Vanover have the protocol on the bases. To Stankiewicz, the 1-0 inside corner. Teak, the issue with Beach is somewhat learning on the job, which I guess all major league pitchers do to some extent, as that's fouled back. But Matt was extremely specific in saying there have been 6 to 8 particular pitches, exact pitches that he can point to that would be fouled out or popped up at AAA that have been gapped and have put the crooked number on the board and have made a good outing a bad outing that quickly. As that's in the dirt. Lieberthal will have time. Out number 1.
Yeah, Larry, Matt's talked about the pitches that have gotten away and that have cost him, but the problem is, and we'll take a look right here at the strikeout of Stankiewicz, as Beach throws this breaking ball down in the dirt. Stankiewicz swings over the top of it. Lieberthal fortunately has it bounce up the first base line where he can handle it. But what has happened to Matt is, yes, those bad pitches, and they hit the one gapper that causes the crooked number. But part of the problem is the number of men that are on base when that one bad pitch is made. You just can't keep yourself consistently in trouble and expect to be able to get out of it by making a good pitch every time. So part of avoiding problems is staying out of that situation in the first place.
Do you remember when you came up saying to yourself, that would have been an out at AAA, and that's a hit here, I better do something different or adjust or be a little finer with my delivery or location?
No, actually, when I first came up, I felt that I had to throw every pitch knee-high on the outside corner. If I didn't make the perfect pitch, these were big league hitters, and they were all going to hit it. The lesson I had to learn was to pitch the same way that I pitched in AAA. In other words, be aggressive, throw strikes, be ahead in the count. I did not feel that they were hitting pitches that they didn't hit before. They hit them more often. They're more consistent. They don't foul off as many pitches, but if you make good pitches, you're still going to get people out. And they will, on occasion, still foul off a fastball that's right down the middle.
You saw the 0-2 pitch. He came up and in. Matt said that's going to be a key to his start tonight. He really wants to try to work in against these good right-handed hitters like Lansing, as he does again on the 1-2. That's also a lesson that pitchers need to learn at the big league level, is not be afraid to come in.
Well, you have to use the inside part of the plate if you want to use the outside part of the plate. You just can't stay in one area all the time, and Beach has been trying to live on the outside part of the plate, needs to establish the inside.
He'll go off speed here, and that's pulled foul. Montreal, highly competitive club despite the defections over the years, and outside of the stolen base number being low, they are right where their record would indicate they are meant to be. Some of the pitching numbers, which we'll share when Perez comes on board, are outstanding. Here's the 2-2 to Lansing. Good pitch, struck him out. Looked like a slow curveball that Lansing couldn't lay off. Also in the dirt, out number 2.
A very similar pitch to the one that he got Stankiewicz on is this late breaking curveball that he throws down and in again after establishing the fastball on the inside part of the plate and getting the hitters conscious of it, then throws the breaking ball out of the zone. The hitters are swinging over the top of it. This time Mike Lieberthal able to keep the ball in his glove and make the tag of Mike Lansing for the second out.
So Beach off to a good start. Having struck out Stankiewicz, and Lansing now faces Rondell White. First ball swinging, fouls it just below us. Rondell White having a strong year. His numbers against left-hand pitching surprisingly low, just a .227 hitter against lefties in 66 at-bats. More power from the right side.
More power against right-handed pitchers.
Thank you. Comes in. 2-1. Beach wants a different baseball. It is still fascinating to watch the learning curve of young pitchers. There are people around baseball that tell us Beach has good enough stuff to win at the big league level. Galen Cisco's watchful eye is on him. Off speed pitch up, and White couldn't lay off that. So a tantalizing change flutters up there at 81 miles an hour. Strike 2. Tapped foul on the slow curve. Montreal has had offensive trauma through the first half of this month. With the lowest batting average, you see the Phillies numbers have been climbing, so they are not in that group. NL average at .268. Just got a little piece on another curveball. That one was not on the ground as the 2 strikeout pitches had been, but in a very good spot, Teague.
Yeah, it wasn't a real good spot. It was still down below the strike zone as Rondell White just barely gets a piece of it and fouls it off the tip of Mike Lieberthal's glove. But you know, that breaking ball down is set up by a fastball in and also opens up fastball away. So it's a combination of pitches and the location that you work them in that makes you successful.
Fastball is jammed and foul as White got that off the fists. So he shows him a fastball in.
Yeah, take a look now. We stay on the inside part of the plate right here. As long as you do that, you're going to keep White tied up. He likes to extend his arms. You saw him have to pull the hands in to flip the ball over. So the breaking balls have been in, also the fastball in.
Pop up. Lieberthal right up the elevator shaft. And a strong top of the first for Matt Beach is in the book. Expos 3 up, 3 down. Phillies bat home first when we come back to Veterans Stadium.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest price minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time, so you should demand more from your bank, like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC, or anytime by ATM, and the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
A colorful action poster free, compliments of Boston Market, and tons of extra fun things for fans 14 and under, Sunday, July 20th at 1:35 when the Phillies take on the Pirates. Great seat locations starting at just $5. Call 463-1000.
Phil's bat home first. Here's the lineup that they'll use tonight. Ruben Amaro in center field, Mickey Morandini, Scott Rowland, Darren Dalton, a little bit of a flip-flop. Jeffries, Bronya, Lieberthal, Stocker, and Matt Beach.
Defensively for the Montreal Expos, they have David Segui at first, Mike Lansing at second. Andy Stankiewicz is the shortstop, Doug Strange at third. Ryan McGuire gets a start in left field tonight with Rondell White in center. Sherman Obando is the right fielder. Chris Widger is behind the plate and on the mound, 6'3", 195-pound left-hander Carlos Perez. Perez is making his 19th start of the season for the Expos, 8-6 on the season with a 3.59 earned run average. This 26-year-old native of the Dominican Republic missed the entire 96 season after undergoing rotator cuff surgery on his left shoulder. In his rookie year in '95, he was a member of the National League All-Star team representing the Montreal Expos. Last time out, he lost to the Reds at Synergy Field in Cincinnati last Saturday by a score of 4-3. Pitched 8 innings in that ball game, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 7. Unfortunately for Perez, two of the 8 hits that he gave up were long balls, and he has a tendency at times, if he doesn't locate his changeup, to be able to give up a lot of long balls. So you have to be patient, get something up in the strike zone.
He is an interesting character on the mound, as we'll watch closely, facing Ruben Amaro. Ruben batting .350 against left-hand pitchers and batting .458 in his last 6 starts. This start number 12, you see the high hand delivery action to begin it. To right center field and shallow. Obando for the first out.
Take a look at our Nissan scouting report this evening on Carlos Perez. It's a great changeup. His arm motion is unbelievable. He can't even tell when he's throwing the changeup. Also a pretty good fastball. He turns it over 88 to 90 mile an hour. Throws a split finger and a slider. Now, over the course of the night, we're going to see a lot of gyrations. He is very animated on the mound, Larry, and he'll jump around out there and irritates a lot of opponents. So you got to kind of put that out of your mind and just worry about hitting Perez and not worry about all the stuff that he's going through out there.
That's up with the fastball. If he strikes you out early and does that dance, you might spend your next 3 or 4 at-bats trying to kind of answer that strikeout dance.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that it's completely by accident that that Perez goes through these gyrations. Morandini takes that one up for ball 3. We talked about his changeup being his primary pitch. Well, what a changeup pitcher wants you to do is be overly aggressive at the plate. Wants you to be swinging wildly and trying to hit the ball 9 miles. So if he can get you upset and not paying attention to what pitches he's throwing, and everybody up there just trying to pound him hard because they're mad at him, all of a sudden that plays into his hands. You have to really ignore that and just focus on your job as you go to the plate.
Morandini fouls off at 3-1. Terry Francona managed Perez in the Caribbean World Series a couple of years ago, and I said, was it different to be on his side than on the other side? He said, absolutely. When you're on the bench and he's pitching, you're laughing, having a great time because he's out there doing what he does. As Morandini fouls that one deep and out of play. And he really believes that Perez means nothing by it, that it's just kind of his celebration of his love of the game of baseball. Obviously understands why hitters would not enjoy it particularly, but doesn't think there's anything malicious or anything like that involved in what he does.
Yeah, I'm still convinced that it might be part by design, that he does it for effect.
Line drive speared by Stankiewicz for out number 2.
Larry, for years we watched Al Hrabowski, the mad Hungarian with the St. Louis Cardinals, go through that routine where he'd go behind the mound and bang the ball into his glove and then stomp up on the mound. That wasn't Hrabowski at all. That was all part of his act because he wanted the opposing hitter to be over anxious. He was a high fastball pitcher, wanted him to swing at fastballs out of the strike zone. If he could get him upset, then all of a sudden they would swing at his pitch as opposed to their pitch. Could possibly be the same way with Perez.
Facing Scotty Rowland. Strike called. He is second among National League rookies in batting average with a .293, but his power numbers, he is atop the heap. Off speed pitch.
Vladimir Guerrero, of course, on the top of that list with the Montreal Expos on the disabled list again. He is very limited in his number of at-bats because of the fact that he has been injured a couple times this year. So, his numbers a little bit inflated.
Good job staying back on the changeup by Rowland as he slaps that to center field for the first hit of the ball game. Just to finish off Guerrero, he has 170 at-bats.
And you talk about the changeup. What you want to do is you want to get it up and stay back. Watch Scotty Rowland. Those hands stay back and doesn't try to pull it. Hits it straight away into center field right in front of Rondell White. We talked about it earlier about how Rowland becoming more and more comfortable at the plate and learning more about the National League pitchers.
Scott said it's almost been a tale of two different seasons. It was pound it in, pound it in, pound it in, send it away, send it away. Like, managers want you to prove who you are to them. Is that what pitchers and managers kind of go through?
Well, that and scouting reports on how people have been getting you out when you're when they're not real familiar with you. They're going to go according to the scouting reports. If they're getting you out away, then everybody's going to pitch you away. If you start hitting that, they're going to start pitching you in.
He was getting everything away early in the season, made an adjustment, and everything was coming in. He said city after city he was seeing the same stuff until he was starting to handle the inside pitch. Now we'll see where they go next. Just an outstanding first year for Scott Rowland.
I think the thing is obviously the physical talent of Scott Rowland has impressed me, but his ability to absorb what is going on around him, how they're pitching him, how other teams are hitting the ball, how to play defensively. He absorbs knowledge faster than most young players.
End of the bat, looks playable. Nope. And he eludes Strange right by the tarp. And he bangs that tarp, as he knows he had a shot at it.
Yeah, Strange pulls up just a little bit short, it looks like, here as he gets to that tarp. Just actually ran into the tarp just as the ball was ready to go into his glove. You see that right knee banging into the tarp. No, you can't play it on the hop out of the stands. Good try, though.
Looked like the tarp might have shortened his reach by an inch or so, and that kept Darren Daulton alive. So he's sitting on a 2-1 with 2 out, Rowland at first base. Big hole right side. That's in. Second baseman Mike Lansing giving you a short right field look with Obando nearly to the warning track. White, you see, relatively straight away, so a good gap in right center for Daulton. 3-1 coming. He can look for something to hammer. Ball 4. Two on, 2 out for Greg Jeffries. Jeffries, of course, will bat right-handed against Perez, and he is a .280 hitter from the right side. He has 1/4 of the number of at-bats from the right side that he does from the left side, and has more home runs right-handed, 4-3. So the numbers from the right side are more Jeffries-like, if you will, based on his career averages.
Yeah, Larry, when you look at those numbers over the course of his career, it has always been thought of that Greg Jeffries was a better left-handed hitter than a right-handed hitter. Many times opposing managers would make the move to bring in a left-handed reliever to move Jeffries around to the right side in crucial situations late in the ball game. But this year it has been just the opposite. Has hit better from the right side, both for average and power.
Looking at his hit chart, there he is with runners in scoring position. His long balls have almost been all right down the line. He turns and yanks, and he's got a good deal of space right down the left field line if he can turn and pull something. 3-0. Rookie Ryan McGuire playing well off the line. Green light, Teague?
Wouldn't think so. Not this early in the ball game. Tall guy was taking all the way.
Managerial timber.
Well, I don't know about that. Perez is struggling right now, and when you have a pitcher on the ropes, you want to give him as much rope as possible to hang himself. So don't try to give him a chance to get out of the inning easily.
There's our situation. Ripped base hit. Vukovic is going to send Rowland. Double clutch by McGuire, so Rowland scores standing. Phillies lead at 1-0. RBI number 34 for Greg Jeffries, and nothing quite like a 2-out base hit.
In fact, a 2-out rally for the Phillies, Larry, is All this has happened with 2 outs and nobody on. We'll take a look at Greg Jeffries right here. You talked about he likes to pull the ball right-handed, pulls it right through the hole between third and short. Ryan McGuire comes in, thinks he has a play, but has trouble with the transfer from the glove to the throwing hand. That gives Scotty Rowland plenty of time to come around and score standing easily. Phillies on the board first.
That is the 52nd run scored by Scott Rowland to tie Mickey Morandini for the team lead. Brogna to center field. White broke back, has to come in a hurry. Long run, but he'll make it up with his speed. Sliding catch by Rondell White. Couple of runs could have scored on that, but the Phils will take the one they got. Rondell White, fleet-footed, sure-handed, keeps it. A 1-0 Phillies lead.
When it comes to value, only one sport utility wins the race. Chevy Blazer LS 4-door 4x4. Because Blazer is priced over $1,200 less than Pathfinder XE, over $1,900 less than Explorer XLT, and over $2,000 less than 4Runner SR5. And now you can lease a Blazer for just $289 a month for 36 months. Initial payment $19.99. Or buy any Blazer now and get $1,000 cash back. Financial security in an insecure world. Only at your local Chevrolet and Geo dealer.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
Scotty, you know, the fans in this town really like it when you get dirty. So if you haven't slid on your first at bat, you got to come up here and take care of it yourself. You got to put a little dirt on here. Got to mix it in. Then, Scotty, you got to put a little tobacco juice on here.
But I don't chew, Mick.
Little chalk.
I think I'll try the natural way.
I hate it when they show these young guys the ropes.
Teak, they tell you can't teach speed. Rondell White goes the wrong way, but makes up for it.
Yeah, White broke back on this ball, or at least, you know, it appeared as if he didn't pick it up off the bat right away. Took a step back, but has outstanding speed and was able to come into short right center field to make the catch for the final out of the inning and save the Expos another run.
He is at the top of the chart, fielding percentage. 1 error in 221 chances.
Yeah, if he gets to it, he catches it. I'll bet that 1 error, he probably hit a runner in the back that was sliding in the third. Got an error on that.
David Segui, base hit left field for the first hit off Matt Beach. Beach has said that he will judge himself tonight largely on his ability to throw first pitch strikes, and he comes right out aggressively here.
Yeah, not a bad pitch. It's a fastball down and away from Segui. Segui does Beach a favor by trying to pull it, but just able to hop it over Rowland's head and beyond Stocker's reach into left field. So, you know, as a pitcher, you don't worry about base hits like that. You can't do anything about them. It's when you make bad pitches and give up those line drive base hits that you worry about.
Sherman Obando gets jammed and puts that in a good spot. Picked up quickly by Segui, so he'll hold at second. So a jammer to center field has some Beach in some early second inning trouble.
Well, the first pitch was down and away. This time up and in. Obando pulls his hands in and just pops it over the infield into short center field. Beach much more effective, though, if he keeps the ball down in the strike zone. That one there, I think, got away from him a little bit. You want to pitch in to right-handed hitters if you're Matt Beach, but you want to pitch in about between the belt and the thighs as opposed to up by the letters.
Chris Widger, not in a true platoon situation catching, but getting his share of playing time. Phillies not thinking bunt and not getting one. That's low ball. Widger, a .310 hitter against left-handed pitching, and has hit very well with runners in scoring position, over 400. Off speed pitch out front. Does Scott have room in foul territory? Takes the peak, and a nice job covering by Matt Beach at third base. Good heads up by your pitcher, as both Stocker and Rowland had evacuated the area. That's out number 1. And I like the way Scotty took the peek. He knows his home park.
Yeah, just making sure that he had as much room as he thought he had over there. A little bit of a breeze blowing at Veterans Stadium tonight. You always want to take a look just to make sure if you have to make a lunge at the last minute, if you have the room to do so. He's a very alert ball player.
Yes, he is.
He knows what's going on around him, and that's why he is becoming better almost daily.
Swing and a miss by Strange. Morning radio fans in Philadelphia, stay with us. Bottom of the second, the play-by-play debut of Barsky in the morning. It is past his bedtime. But he got me up well before my normal wake-up call this morning, so we'll see how Barsky handles a little bit of play-by-play action. Good to see you. 2 on, 1 out. Off-speed pitch, rolling, the backhand stab. Morandini won. The turn is perfect. Phillies go around the horn to close out the top of the second. And the Expos, despite the first 2 men getting base hits, it's the leather of Philadelphia which sends them down. Back to the vet in a moment.
You know you can watch Prism and Sports Channel on TV, but how about cyberspace? Prism Sports Channel Interactive on America Online keeps you up to date on the latest movies, music, and sports. Exclusive Phillies coverage, updates on special events and features, music, news, views, and sounds to be downloaded, online chats with area celebrities, interactive features like You Be the Reporter, and great contests. Prism Sports Channel Interactive. Keyword Prism SC on America Online's Digital City, Philadelphia.
With my old health plan, I needed a referral to see my gynecologist. Now look, I'm a big girl, but the whole ordeal was kind of uncomfortable. But that was then. We switched to Keystone, you know, back by the Blues. They don't make me get permission to see my gynecologist. They understand that I can handle it myself whenever I choose.
Direct Access, another innovation from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Keystone understands women.
Welcome to the Nissan store. Let's look at the Maxima. Oh, look at that. Sleek, sophisticated. Hold your horses there, big fella. Ooh, Bose CD audio system. Leather seating surfaces, automatic temperature control. I'm almost finished. What'll really excite you is Maxima's 190 horsepower V6 engine. No wonder we can't keep him around.
Back at the vet, Phil's on top, 1-0, steamy Veterans Stadium, and boys, there's nothing quite like putting the face to the voice.
I'm schwitzing here.
Barsky in the morning.
How do you guys do this?
Y100. We can't complain. We're doing baseball for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Would it be bad for a little air conditioning, a little something, a little fan? Hey, Brazier, fan me with this. There you go, buddy.
We've got the
That's
Kent
your job.
Jacoby Memorial fan. Barsky, you're going to do a little play-by-play action
I'm ready.
for us?
We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 1-0 lead right here.
We are paying off on something that we started back in spring training that we talked about back in March. Not necessarily a dream come true, but I had said that the only thing as much fun as morning radio is evening baseball. So.
Oh, yeah, especially when it's 150 degrees up here.
All right, let's see you drop into that play-by-play mode.
All right, Carlos Lopez pitching to Lieberthal, number 24. It's a fly ball to right, and Lieb is going back to the dugout with his tail between his legs. 1 down. Mike Lieberthal, very popular with the ladies. I've given him a nickname. You've got to tune into Y100 to find out what that nickname is. Unfortunately, can't use it on television.
Thank you very kindly. Kevin Stocker, your batter. You are a baseball guy.
Well, I am. I played a little ball. I know that, you know, I don't know if you played any ball, and certainly I don't know if
like it?
I did. Well, no. And, you know, that's what you need in here on sports channels, a guy who's played a little ball. I know Teeks probably played a little high school or something, but you needed a guy, you know, who's going to give you the inside scoop on really what's happening out there in the heads of the ball players. So, you know, if anybody at Sports Channel is into giving me a little something next year, you know, a little part-time thing I'm up for.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You can have every game on Sports Channel next year.
Oh, because it's not going to be on? Okay, good.
What would you have called that?
I would call that a very bad bunt. There's a very bad bunt down the right field line. And this is Stocker. Stocker is hitting it, your stats. He's hitting 246, gentlemen.
There's also this really big thing out there.
Yeah.
That has some numbers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's your cheat sheet.
All right, that's the look down, look up, you know,
Right.
look down, look up.
Right. Now, what do you guys do during a rain delay? You have to sit and talk to Tekulve for like an hour?
Yeah, poor Tekulve. I know more about his career than he does.
It's a base hit. Stocker drops one in. Round in first.
Want to handle a replay?
Well, he could have gotten 2 out of that. I think he's dogging it, to be quite honest with you.
Well, it's because it's warm.
There's the replay. Nice swing from Mr. Stocker. Yeah, you see that? I don't even think the center fielder was paying attention. He could have gone for 2. I need to have a talk to Francona about this kid.
He's had that reputation, that Stocker
Right.
kid, you know.
Right.
What do you think? Bunt or swing away?
I'd say Beachy is gonna lay one down. Matt Beach hitting. What is he hitting?
No.
He's not very well, but he's a pitcher, so he's hitting 111. He's got a hit.
There you go.
It's better than most guys.
Tekulve was 10 for 15.
I was.
Were you really?
10 hits in 15 years.
Attaboy.
Set him up.
Knock him out.
Yeah, that's a little outside for a ball.
No.
No?
No.
Is that a strike?
Actually, it may have been a little outside for a strike.
All right, there goes my play-by-play career.
The guy in the blue suit down there, he will tell you if it's a ball or a strike.
So the arm goes like that.
If the right arm goes up, that's a strike. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just getting the feel of this thing.
Okay.
Excellent. Give me a break.
We'll do our best to help you out.
All right. All right.
Your support staff.
Lays one down, and Stocker advances to second. Matt Beach out at first. Successful. I don't know if you know this, gentlemen, but Carlos Lopez has one hell of a changeup.
Yes, he does. And Beach right here with his 5th sacrifice of the year as he gets the ball to third base. Strange takes a look at second, but elects to go over to David Segui at first as he had no play at Kevin Stocker. So Matt Beach gets his job done. Stocker into scoring position. Now turn over the lineup. Ruben Amaro at the top going to try to drive in the second run of this ball game.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Someone knock the Fanatic out of here, please. I can't watch this game with this. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, you knucklehead. Oh, that's it. That is it. That is it. Payback is coming, my man.
Where did you come from?
I don't know where he came
descended from the heavens.
You know what? Payback is coming. Good God.
Let's talk about stringing it out.
Ground ball. Oh boy.
We're going to keep it just to get you back together.
Thank you.
Go out with just the one hit. We're through 2-1-0, and we'll clean up a little bit. Back to the bet in a moment.
When I call, I may need a lot of answers.
Almost any question you might have, we can answer. From how much your bill is, the date that the bill's mailed out, the date that it's due, any past due balances, if you have any questions about whether we receive payments, any type of usage, we can tell you how much different appliances would cost to use. We can even tell you how much it costs to run your hot tub.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Pico Energy. My name is Judy. How may I help you?
These are the cars, the all-new, totally redefined Buicks. This is the deal. Now you take your choice. Special new cash incentives, sensational low finance rates, terrific new lease packages. The all-new look of luxury Park Avenue. America's bestseller LeSabre. The all-new Century, completely equipped for way under $20,000. This is the deal. Take cash to you, low financing, or new lease rates. This is the time. Hurry to your nearest quality Buick dealer.
Why does Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile have the most advanced digital network on the East Coast? So your cell phone will work here. And out here. It's perfectly clear here. In fact, to ensure that you'll have enhanced voice clarity and privacy, we built a digital network of monumental proportions. After all, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
Superstars t-shirt featuring some of your favorite Major League Baseball superstars. Courtesy of Pico Energy when the Phillies play the Cardinals Sunday, August 3rd at 1:35. Good seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000.
There's the attack of the masked fanatic.
Oh, my God. You know what? I see Rosen moving away, and Tekulve just standing there clueless, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. You know, this has been like a wacky bit between the Fanatic and myself for a couple of years, so I'm going to really work on coming up with something that's going to nail him.
He went for the super string extra thick.
Yeah, well, I can tell it's extra thick. It's in my pants. I can't get it out of my... He really nailed me. Thank you.
With Kent DeColvey, I'm Larry Rosen, joined by Barsky from Barsky in the Morning at Y100. Top 3, Phil's on top 1-0. Beach facing Ryan McGuire. Barsky's going to handle some play-by-play for us.
McGuire fouls one off. Oh, just misses a fan. Now, does he get an extra bonus for nailing a fan, or is there any...
No bonus points.
No bonus claim?
No.
But if he throws the bat, the routine is you give me back the one I hit you with, and I'll give you a new one.
I see. I see.
And we boo when he takes it back, and then we cheer when he gives him the other one.
Outside for a ball, Beach, 1-1. Now, you know, when it's this hot and the season's been this long, and the tempers are kind of short, I'm thinking a good bench clearing brawl. What do you guys think? Kind of just, you know, loosen the tension a little bit.
Well, they might have the right pitcher on the other side. As Perez has that little dancey.
Yeah, he does that Tasmanian devil thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is. You know, I'm thinking just a little something maybe in the 4th inning just to kind of get everybody loose. And I'd like to call that, because I have the opportunity to use the words rhubarb and fisticuffs. 2 words I never use in the English language unless you're watching a baseball fight.
Brouhaha.
Brouhaha, too. Grounder to second. Over to first. That's 1 down. In the top of the 3rd.
See?
All right.
Picked up your monitor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this thing. So what happens next year, Rose?
You tell me.
Well, we're looking for someone to get coffee in the morning.
Thank you.
All right.
Still to be determined.
Okay.
Perez, the pitcher, becomes Perez, the hitter. So check out his style, Barsky.
Mm-hmm. He's going to throw the bat, I think. Ground ball to second. Morantini to first. Safe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The umpire is getting paid by somebody, I think. That's ridiculous.
Actually, he was extraordinarily safe. That's good hustle for a pitcher, too.
Take a look right here as Perez just chops the ball towards second base. Mickey has to go all the way over by the bag to make the play. Perez got out of the box very well from the left side and got down the line in a hurry. Mickey has to stop and get his feet planted. By the time he gets the ball off, Perez able to beat it at first base.
Safe.
Good hustle by the pitcher on a very warm night here at Veterans Stadium. I mean, a lot of times a pitcher would just kind of take it, hey, I'm going to be out and take the easy trip down to first base, but not Perez.
He's a hustler.
Either that or that's part of the routine.
Right.
I'd say his name.
Now this would be, oh, good God. Stankiewicz?
Excellent. Very good. Andy Stankiewicz.
Yeah, tell me he wasn't beaten up too much as a kid. Hitting 275. Stankiewicz, ladies and gentlemen. That's a phone scam name if I've ever heard one. Yes, is Mr. Stankiewicz there?
I'm sorry, he's not.
Hey, Larry, could Jacoby have a deeper voice? Is that a possibility?
Those sidearm underhand pitchers.
Right. You're a born broadcaster, Ken. You know that?
There's the name.
Whole lot of letters.
He shortened his name for television.
High and outside for a ball, gentlemen.
Not the longest name, though, in the National League. You know who has the longest last name in the National League?
I have no idea.
Wait, don't say it out loud. I'll point to it and make him...
No, it's not on your list.
Oh, it's not?
No.
There's a longer one?
William Van Landingham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun to say.
Oh, yeah.
Give me this one.
This, I'm looking at it. It's Grudjilniak.
That's in the old country. It was Grudjilniak.
I was doing something backwards there. I was taking something back.
Gressalonic.
All right. Fouled off. Count is...
That is Mark Grudjilniak.
Whatever you said that was, that's him.
That's him. Okay.
Mark Gressalonic, the normal shortstop for the Montreal Expos, has the night off tonight.
Oh, he and Stankiewicz should get together and do a morning show together. Vishleftnev and Stankiewicz in the morning.
The little bump back ID cards would be like an hour and 15 minutes long.
I would think so.
Full count. Perez was running on the last pitch.
Oh, we almost... Oh. You guys ever get smacked with a foul ball back here?
Oh, yeah. We have a couple of different types of people. We've got fleers and bailers. I'm kind of a bailer. Teek's more of a fleer.
Oh, Teek can catch it. You can
so
catch
that means that if it comes back here,
it's yours.
It's
oh, okay, good. All right.
Yours. You'll hear that a lot. Yours.
You got it. You're in your room.
Here it is.
Coming back.
There it is.
I got it.
There it is. Don't jump.
That was close.
It's getting closer.
It's getting the range.
Good news it was close. The bad news is if it's going to come in here,
right,
it's going to be a lot lower and a lot
Oh, I know. I don't mind if it hits me in the head. I just don't want to hit me in a place that's really important. So. What's our count, gentlemen? We've got a full count.
We've
3 and 2.
with this together.
All righty. Matt Beach with good move. Fooled me. I thought he was coming home.
Didn't fool Perez.
Now, the idea is to fool the pitcher who's standing at first base.
Right. Well,
you are immaterial in that move to first base.
Right.
The pitcher, Carlos Perez, is the guy we're trying to trick.
Hey, Larry Kent thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he does. He really does. It gets obnoxious.
Just pretend. Shot to right, and that's going to be it. Really?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell I paid attention when I played ball, huh?
You'd be trotting in right now. Let's hit him. Am I up?
Is that the insight that you were talking about a little while ago?
Yes.
The former player insight that we get by bringing you in tonight?
Right. This is a player who's basically fogged out by the first inning. Unless I'm on the field throwing the pill, I don't want anything to do with the ball game. It's the kind of player I was.
Mike Lansing with 2 out, Perez at first base. Barsky from Barsky in the morning.
Y100. Got to get the call letters in there or I get smacked around.
I thought that was your actual legal name.
No.
Barsky Y100.
There's a shot. Way back. Goodbye, Mr. Spalding. Unfortunately, Lansing has popped one out of here. We got ourselves a 2-1 ball game.
For Lansing, home run number 13, RBIs 42 and 43, jumped on a first ball fastball teak. It looked like it was a little bit up and in his hitting zone. And whenever we have these guest announcers, one seems to leave the park, which is why we like to have them do the bottom of innings. We kept them on, and out it goes.
You know, I was about to walk out of here, and Larry is saying, "Hey, stick around." And I said, "Well, you know what? I'm a jinx. I could just feel that something's going to happen." So we blame Larry Rosen on this, right?
That looked like a changeup from Beach right there that was up around Lansing's letters. Didn't get it down in the zone.
Fly ball to right. May drop. Oh!
Wow.
Beautiful grab. Dutch with a beautiful grab. Darren Dalton. He's worth the money.
Lansing's home run gives the Expos a 2-1 lead and a wonderful sliding catch with those 9 times surgically repaired knees of Darren Dalton, and the fans give him the praise he warmly deserves. And with our thanks to Barsky and to Nicole Dalton, take it easy, buddy. Hear you tomorrow morning.
All right, man. Thank you. Thanks,
Back
Steve.
with more in a moment.
Take it easy.
With my old health plan, I needed a referral to see my gynecologist. Now, look, I'm a big girl, but the whole ordeal was kind of uncomfortable. But that was then. We switched to Keystone, you know, back by the Blues. They don't make me get permission to see my gynecologist. They understand that I can handle it myself whenever I choose.
Direct Access, another innovation from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Keystone understands women.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest price minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Back at the vet, Darren Dalton making his 67th start in right field. Looks like he got the hang of it. It's our Discover card. Playback, Kent DeColby.
Yeah, Dutch with a good run coming in. Completely extended. Not real graceful as he pounds that knee into the ground. Normally, an outfielder will try to slide underneath that, but Dalton fully extended forward, lands hard on that right knee. But able to hang on to the baseball and come up with no damage at all. So Darren Dalton, he's not a right fielder by trade, but he hasn't been doing a very bad job out there, Larry. He's been actually adapted very well to a new position this year under, circumstances that we're not prepared for. Didn't have a chance to work on it in spring training at all. Danny Tartable was supposed to be the right fielder, but Darren Dalton's done a nice job.
And boy, is he a gamer. I mean, that had to hurt. That hurts on good knees.
That hurts anybody's knees when you pound them into the turf like that.
And he landed hard on the right knee, which is the one he injured. There you go, guys.
Well, that's okay. If that's only damage we got, that's fine. The pants can be replaced. Those knees can't do much more with them.
Morandini straight up. Strange will make the call. Out number 1. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. And Barsky from Y100. Fun guy, huh? Doesn't look like he takes too much too seriously.
Anybody gets up at that hour every day can't be too serious.
Well said. Scotty's 1 for 1 has scored the lone Phillies run. Inside corner. 1-1. Rolling now at .295 with 97 hits in this, the Phillies' 91st game. Late swing, fouled off. And he has scored at least 1 run in each of the last 6 games to now tie Mickey Morandini for the team lead with 52. Check out that grip on Perez. See if he comes change, and he does. Breaks down.
Interesting, Larry, the way Perez holds that glove up in front of his face. A lot of pitchers will hold the glove up, but they usually have the ball in there when they do it. Perez does it with the empty glove, the ball actually in his throwing hand.
Good pitch, and there's the little dance. Struck him out looking. Fastball inside corner. Now his fastball is 89-90, but with that changeup, it looks a lot hotter.
Yeah, and he gets it in a perfect spot right here as he paints the inside corner, freezes Scotty Rowland, can't pull the trigger. We talked about the antics. Well, watch this, the reaction from Perez as he gets the called third strike. One thing about it, he doesn't hide his emotions out there. He's very animated, wears his emotions right on his sleeve.
The applause for Darren Dalton. He walked in his first at-bat and made a fine catch to end the top of the 3rd. Pitch off his hands, past Perez. Dutch is busting, barehanded throw. Terrific play by Mike Lansing for out number 3. Did it all in one motion. Worked through 3 full. As you see Mike Lansing do it the only way he could have to close the door on the Phils in the 3rd.
Small cars used to drive like this. Then a big change came along. The all-new 97 Ford Escort. It's got a bigger engine with more horsepower than Civic. A sport suspension you can't get on Cavalier. Plus, big car room and a 4-speed automatic Neon doesn't even offer. Now get Escort with $1,000 cash back or 2.9 financing. That's $1,000 cash back or finance for 2.9% for 48 months. And own what's new. Ford Escort, only from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
Welcome to the Nissan store. Let's look at the Maxima. Oh, look at that. Sleek, sophisticated. Hold your horses there, big fella. Ooh, Bose CD audio system. Leather seating surfaces, automatic temperature control. I'm almost finished. What'll really excite you is Maxima's 190 horsepower V6 engine. No wonder we can't keep them around.
Business Person Special, sponsored by Mellon PSFS. Monday, July 21st, 105. The Phillies, the Pirates, the fun, the sun. Great seat locations starting at just $5. Call 463-1000.
Fourth inning baseball. Phil's down a run. David Segui to lead off against Matt Beach. Beach has had good control. One high changeup knocked out of the yard, so he finds himself down by one. Segui singled, his average at .317. David Segui, now 31 years of age, out of the Oriole organization. Pitch away, goes with it, fouled off. It's 1-2. Segui, one of those first basemen without a lot of home run power, has never hit more than a dozen in a year. But a career major league hitter right around 280. The 1-2 from Beach. Did he? See if Lieberthal asks. Nope, they'll accept that as a check swing, as called by Jerry Crawford. It's 2-2. Beach has thrown a lot of two-strike breaking pitches, Teague.
Yeah, and when he's got him down in the strike zone, he's been pretty successful. The Montreal Expos, as a group, a pretty aggressive group of hitters. They will swing the bats, especially if you get out in front of the count on them.
That's to the gap in right center field, but slicing back toward Dalton for out number one.
Well, Philly fans, here's your chance to stop dreaming. Suit up every day in your Phillies uniform under the Florida sun with some of the greatest Philly stars of all times. A special 15th anniversary Phillies Dream Week. Reserve a space now. Call 215-938-1200. That's 215-938-1200. Come join us in beautiful Clearwater, Florida for Phillies Dream Week.
Sherman Obando with one out. He also singled in the second. Outside corner strike called. Beach's fastball high 80s. That one with very good location. Off speed pitch down and in. Might have been that slider that Beach is working on to right-hand hitters. Again in the dirt.
Looks like more of a curveball there. It's got too big of a break in it to be a slider. A slider's going to be a harder pitch. It's not going to break as much. It will break late. Again, Cisco, Beach have been working on the slider. They've been trying to use it as like a backdoor pitch to right-handed hitters. Something, you know, if Beach is going to establish the inside part of the plate, something he can use on the outside part for a called third strike.
Two and two. Matt Beach has thrown strikes, which was the first priority on the night. Has faced now 13 batters and thrown just 19 balls. Total pitches at 50 with one out in the fourth. Pretty good, Teague.
Yeah, not too bad for Matt. Expos have been doing some first ball hitting, so that helps keep that number down a little bit.
Down and in. Obando has struggled offensively all year. The base hit he got in the second, just his 6th hit of the year in 45 at-bats. Has been up and down with the AAA Ottawa club a couple of times. Fastball inside for ball 4.
Pitch at Beach and Lieberthal wanted. See Lieberthal setting up on the outside part of the plate. If that pitch was indeed on the inside corner, and Lieberthal been setting inside, probably would have got the call, but because Matt missed by the full 17 inches the width of the plate, didn't get the call.
Chris Widger's 0 for 1. 1-0.
Larry mentioned first time around, Widger hasn't had a whole lot of playing time. Has been getting some and seems to be getting more as the season goes on. Darren Fletcher doing the majority of the catching, but the Montreal Expo people really believe that this kid is going to be a good player in the future. They think he has a real bright future ahead of him. He's going to not only be a good defensive catcher, but they think he's going to have some pretty good power and swing the bat well too.
He's just 26 years of age, out of Wilmington, Delaware. Went to Pennsville High School in Pennsville, New Jersey, before going to George Mason University, where he was then drafted by these Expos. Actually drafted by Seattle and made his major league debut in Seattle in '95. Was part of the Jeff Fassaro trade this offseason. Good quick hands of Lieberthal prevents the wild pitch there.
And we're starting to see now Matt Beach earlier in the ballgame was pretty good with his control. Now starting to miss well away from the target of Lieberthal. We saw ball 4 to Obando was supposed to be outside, was inside. This pitch was supposed to be down and was way up. That's when Matt has had his problems. He goes along just like he did the last game. Everything's clicking pretty good, and then all of a sudden the control goes haywire.
Good pitch there. Long run. Who wants it? Morandini over his shoulder. Out number 2. Got him out front of an off-speed pitch, and Morandini ran it down.
Take a look again at this pitch. Well out of the strike zone. That's one of those change-ups away where he got in a good spot down in the way. Mickey makes the call right away. You see him not only making the call but waving his hand to let Amaro know, I've got it, I can get there. If you can't, I'll take it. And he does.
So Obando still on first base with 2 outs for Doug Strange. Fastball up and away. Strange hit into that 5-4-3 double play to end the second. Brilliant turn by Mickey Morandini. Got a good hack at that, fouted straight back. This is a swing, Teague.
Yeah, well, this is the same type of swing that he hit the last time when he hit that ball hard to third base. Strange appears to be pretty much a pull hitter from the right side. Likes the fastball and likes it up and out over the plate.
Has not succeeded that often in these kinds of situations. Overall, a .282 hitter, though. Off speed. Good weight shift by Lieberthal. Kept it in front of him. 2-1.
And what's happening now is the breaking balls that Beach threw early in the game that the Expos were swinging over the top of, they are now taking those breaking balls down. What he needs to do is throw a couple of those for strikes on the inside part of the corner and get him swinging the bat again.
Ripped to left, hooking, foul. Got him out front with the change. 2-2. So Obando will retreat to first base. Kind of quiet in the yard tonight. Crowd hoping for the Phillies to give them some reason to get going. Last night, as Schilling was coming down the stretch, the crowd was really juiced. Up the middle, Stocker. The stock option says second base. You're watching Phillies baseball on Sports Channel. Matt Beach has a strong 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Phil's down a run.
Get ready for the mania. Movie Mania. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. Hits it hard to right field. It is gone.
He's got him. Yes, he does. Ground ball, fair ball, right field side. He wants it away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Ground ball. Great play. Stocker. Can he get him? He got him.
He goes. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw him out. Phil's win.
hits to deep right field. It's gone!
From Toya Pets to Chia Pets, Toyota's commemorating 40 years of being part of America. And to celebrate, a great selection of Toyota certified used vehicles is now available from participating dealers. Each has undergone a 128-point inspection so thorough, it's covered by a 6-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, extending from the original date of purchase, and a 24-hour roadside assistance program, all backed by Toyota. Toyota certified used vehicles. The best new cars make the best used cars.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile, who has the largest network on the East Coast because your calls must get through. By your local Dodge dealers. The more things change, the more things look like the new Dodge. By Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you. By Nissan, who reminds you that life's a journey. Enjoy the ride. And by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. With Kent Jacoby, I'm Larry Rosen. Bottom 4, Phillies trail the Expos. Phillies looking for win number 3 in a row. And they'll send Jeffries, Bronya, and Lieberthal to battle Carlos Perez. Jeffries' ground ball base hit to knock in the lone Phillies run in the first. His 34th RBI of the season. Talking to the guys prior to the game, the term that they were using was you got to watch his cutter. You got to watch the Perez cutter as he has the pitches that we talked about, but he does different things off it.
Yes,
Jeffries pulls that one. Sorry, down the line. McGuire's got it out number 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, the cutter or slider, it's the same terminology. It's the fastball that he throws, especially to the right-handed hitters when he tries to run it in on their hands. That was one of them right there to Jeffries. He left up in the strike zone. Greg hit it hard, but McGuire able to make the play in left field. But Perez will cut the fastball in on the right-handers to try to tie their hands up, make them conscious of that so they can go to that out pitch of his to change up away.
Rico Bronya. Called strike.
It wouldn't do him as much good to throw a tailing fastball that would tail away from the right-handers because that's going to the same type of an area that the changeup is. So he cuts the fastball in on the right-handers.
That will be foul, 0-2. So how much different of a pitcher would he be against left-hand hitters than he would be against right-handed?
Well, I think he's probably a weaker pitcher against left-handers because he probably doesn't have as much of a tendency to throw the changeup, which is his best pitch.
In the dirt. Perez was signed by the skipper's brother, Scout Jesus Alou. Found this gem.
Famous Alou brothers.
Got that one in on his hands. Segui. Perez. Who's got it? Either way, it's out number 2 as Perez cuts in front of Segui and makes the play. You see the chuckle on the bench. Out number 2. Call that one unassisted.
There's a little lack of communication right here. Is Perez able to grab the ball and step on the bag himself? One of those in-between balls. Normally, the first baseman has the call on this. If he can get the ball, he makes the call, and the pitcher goes to the bag. The last second, Perez, with his bare hand, reaches out and takes the ball right out of the first baseman David Segui's glove and makes the play himself. One unassisted. Might have been the best way for him to do that play because it was going to be a tough transfer as Perez was getting very close to the bag. It was going to be a short, quick toss from Segui to Perez.
Lieberthal stands in. Perez, of course, is the youngest of the flinging Perez brothers, Pascual, Molito, Valerio, and Vladimir, as well as Ruben Dario, who was in the Royal system. Ground ball to short. Quick inning for Perez as the Phils go in turn. We're through 4 full. Montreal on top by 1.
Here's a look at this week's Mellon PSFS Financial Scoreboard, featuring our best CD rates.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest price minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance. Because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Go, Rico, go!
Come on, Rico, win! Win, Rico, win! Faster, faster. Well, hit it deep right out of here. Grand slam home run, Rico Bronya.
From Toya Pets to Chia Pets, Toyota's commemorating 40 years of being part of America. And to celebrate, a great selection of Toyota certified used vehicles is now available from participating dealers. Each has undergone a 128-point inspection so thorough, it's covered by a 6-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, extending from the original date of purchase, and a 24-hour roadside assistance program, all backed by Toyota. Toyota certified used vehicles. The best new cars make the best used cars.
A terrific t-shirt featuring several of the superstars of Major League Baseball in a colorful design. Fans 14 and unders will receive it compliments of Pico Energy on Sunday, August 3rd when the Phillies take on the Cardinals at 1:35. Fun at the ballpark, great gift item for kids. Call the Phillies ticket office, 463-1000. Make sure you ask about daily specials. The pitchers holding court through the first 4 of this ball game. We move to the 5th. Matt Beach facing fellow rookie Ryan McGuire. McGuire 0 for 1 of the night. Takes that in. McGuire comes out of the Boston organization where he was a 3rd round choice in '93. Came over here in the Will Cordero trade. There's the line on Perez and Beach. Just the one high changeup hit out of the ballpark by Lansing. The only blemish on Beach's record tonight. Off-speed pitch is away. So it's 3-0. McGuire led all of Division I athletes in home runs in 1993 with 26. Stayed all 4 years before becoming a 3rd round selection. Up the middle, Morandini backhand. No, surrounded it well. Threw him out. And Mickey able to get his body in front of that and turn what looked like a difficult play into a relatively easy one.
Infielders have to make decisions right away when the ball comes off the bat. Can they get to it and get in front of it? That's the preferable way to field the baseball. But if you can't get there, you don't want to be caught in between. Morandini felt right away on that ball hit by McGuire he could get there, and indeed he did.
Here's Perez with that Wes Covington look. Oh, caught by Beach in unequivocal self-defense on a line shot by Perez. Out number 2.
Take a look right here. A good swing by Perez as he levels off on this fastball by Matt Beach. Matt fortunately able to get the glove up in front of his face to protect himself.
It's right at the P in Phillies on his cap.
Maybe just a little bit higher than that. But I'll tell you what, that was a bullet up the middle. Good play by Matt Beach to flag it down. Those are the ones you don't practice. Nobody's going to stand out there and have somebody hit bullets like that at him. So Carlos Perez has to return to the dugout, maybe hitting the hardest ball that the Expos have hit tonight.
Andy Stankiewicz, who's nothing for 2, takes ball 1. One and one. I'm sure Perez has seen his share of bullets coming flying back at him. Beach handled it nonchalant. Off-speed pitch, down and in, 2-1. Straight up and playable. Bronya will call off Lieberthal. You're watching Phillies baseball on Sports Channel. Matt Beach has another 1-2-3 inning. Phil's down a run.
You know you can watch Prism and Sports Channel on TV, but how about cyberspace? Prism Sports Channel Interactive on America Online keeps you up to date on the latest movies, music, and sports. Exclusive Phillies coverage, updates on special events and features, music, news, views, and sounds to be downloaded, online chats with area celebrities, interactive features like You Be the Reporter, and great contests. Prism Sports Channel Interactive. Keyword Prism SC on America Online's Digital City, Philadelphia.
Mania. Excessive or unreasonable enthusiasm. Movie mania. An exciting, mind-numbing abundance of sensational stars. Blockbuster hits. And out-and-out great movies on Prism. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest price minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Bottom 5th, Phil's down a run this season, celebrating Jackie Robinson, and a very special tribute coming your way commemorating the life of Jackie Robinson. Share in the moment at Veterans Stadium Saturday, August 23rd at 7 o'clock against the Dodgers. Receive a beautiful print to remember the date. Enjoy a moving pregame tribute. Make plans to come out on this very special night by calling 463-1000 or stop by the Veterans Stadium ticket office. Kevin Stocker has first dibs on Perez, bottom of the 5th. Phil scored a run. A couple of hits in the first, have not really threatened since. Stocker, Beach, and Amaro.
So Kevin Stocker with a single in the second inning. That was the last base hit that the Phillies have had off of Carlos Perez. He has now retired 8 in a row after that single by Stocker.
Low. Ball 1. Stocker now hitting right around 280 from the right side, 238 left-handed, and has another one. This one will find its way down toward the corner. Obando trying to dig it out. Stocker is going to think 3. Here he comes. Sliding triple for Kevin Stocker. Antique, that's a ball not handled that well by Obando in the corner, who then misses his cutoff and heads up base running for Kevin Stocker.
Defensive execution so important to see. Stocker right here lines the ball into the right field corner. Obando comes in. Now he knows he can't make a play. He's going to let it kick around the corner, but the ball doesn't come out. It stays in. Obando has to go over and chase it down, and then, as you mentioned, overthrows the first cutoff man all the way to the second base bag area, and by the time you do all that, Stocker able to come all the way around the third and slide in safely with a leadoff triple.
Infield comes all the way up to face Matt Beach. And that's a perfectly placed blue base hit. And we've got a 2-2 ball game. RBI single for pitcher Matt Beach on a ball he hit, what, take about 115 feet?
Well, when the infield's in, the best thing you can do is make contact. Beach, first ball swinging, able to make contact. Got a pitch from Perez. It was up in the zone a little bit. There's a high breaking ball. Kind of hangs up there. Doesn't get all that good a wood on it, but able to get it elevated over the drawn in infield, just barely into short right field. That's why it's so important for pitchers just to be able to make contact. If you can make contact, good things will happen. Matt Beach drives in the tying run of the ball game.
It's a 2-2 game. Still nobody out for Ruben Amaro. By the way, for Kevin Stocker, that was triple number 4, tying himself with Darren Dalton for the club lead. Strike call.
check the irony of this. Perez goes to the plate, hits a bullet.
Right, very
through
good.
the middle. That Beach flags down. He's out. Beach gets jammed and hits a little flare into right field. Not only gets a base hit, but an RBI.
The second RBI of his career. Third hit of his career. Ruben read that well, but hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. White's got it out, number one. Looked like Ruben saw the changeup pretty well, Teague, but just hit it straight to the 408 part of the ballpark.
They waited back on it pretty good as the changeup from Perez is up in the zone again, belt high. Just looking for a line drive into center field, just got underneath it a little bit as he did everything right just mechanically, but he just hit the bottom part of the baseball and got it elevated where White could get a handle on it.
Morandini's nothing for two. Segui, good play, got one there. Double play. Call it 3-6-3 with both ends of the execution from fielders on their knees. First Segui, then Stankiewicz. Teague.
Take a look at Segui as he gets the ball and gets rid of it immediately to Stankiewicz at second base. Not the greatest of throws, but Stankiewicz from the ground able to get it back to first in time to complete the double play.
Phillies get the ball game tied through 5. It's 2 apiece.
Why does Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile have the most advanced digital network on the East Coast? So your cell phone will work here. It works way out here. And here. In fact, to ensure that you'll have enhanced voice clarity and privacy, we built a digital network of monumental proportions. After all, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
There's a sea of minivans out there, but one stands above the rest. Ford Windstar, the only minivan to earn the government's 5-star safety rating, higher than Dodge and Chrysler. A 200-horsepower V6 is more powerful, too. And over 40 standard safety features help keep your family safe. Ford Windstar, an island of quality and safety in the sea of life. Now get $1,000 cash back on Windstar, or low 4.8 financing for 48 months. Only from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Scotty, you know, the fans in this town really like it when you get dirty. So if you haven't slid on your first at bat, you got to come up here and take care of it yourself. You got to put a little dirt on here. Got to mix it in. Then, Scotty, you got to put a little tobacco juice on here. But I don't chew, Mick. Little chalk. I think I'll try the natural way.
Roll the dice, right at third. It's a hit for slide triple.
I hate it when they show these young guys the ropes.
It's extra large for extra stuff. A brand new gym bag, blue with double handles and free for all fans 14 and under when the Phillies take on the Dodgers Sunday, August 24th at 1:30 in compliments of Amtrak. Great gift item, great baseball with the Dodgers. Make plans to bring the family out. 463-1000. Ask about their daily specials.
Good defensive double play by the Montreal Expos to kill off a potential Phillies rally. Andy Stankiewicz with a great relay at second base as he had to extend himself back toward the third base side to make the catch on the throw from David Segui. He was on the ground and able to still make an accurate throw back to Segui at first base.
Segui playing up in front of the runner obviously bought him the play.
Well, he was holding the bag and he broke off on the pitch and he was there, but it wasn't the greatest of throws that he gave Stankiewicz at second base. And Stankiewicz not the everyday shortstop. Mark Gressolonic normally at that position, but Stankiewicz doing a nice job on that play.
And Segui started it and finished it.
And Segui may have been able to take just a little bit more time on that relay throw and put a little more on it. He kind of gave it the quick flip as he sent the ball towards Stankiewicz.
Mike Lansing's accounted for the Expo offense with home run number 13. He has emerged as a terrific player. The most ever by an Expo second baseman. Pete McCannon had a double in '75. Where is he now?
He is playing stationed at third base for the Montreal Expos. There's Pete.
So as he shook Lansing's hand, he muttered under his breath, "I'm out of the books. Thanks, kid." Good pitch. Roland has it in foul territory as Lansing tapped an outside pitch up the third base line. Lansing, of course, one of the more interesting stories, drafted by an independent club, the Miami Miracle, out of Wichita State, and not in, quote, organized baseball in the early stages of his minor league career, and has told us that he really felt he might never get with a major league organization. The Expos found him, paid a very low price, bats, balls, and the like, and he has emerged as a top second baseman in this league.
Well, that's, the Montreal Expos have done that over and over again. They have produced players out of their farm system. They've lost a lot of players over the years, but for some reason or other, they're always able to find players somewhere that can get to the big leagues and be productive.
Fouled the other way. They have lost all-star after all-star. Lou, Rojas, Walker, Martinez, Langston have left via the free agent route simply for economics. And they've also figured that they could pull the trigger on some deals before they lost them as well, up and in.
The Montreal Expos, you put together a list of who they have lost either through free agency or trades, and it's really almost a who's who of Major League Baseball. You could put together a real good team, possibly an all-star type team, with the guys that have left Montreal, and yet in spite of all that, they've been able to remain competitive.
Beach comes in 2-2 on Lansing's hands. He hit a home run on a changeup last at bat, 3-2. He gets heat here for ball 4. So among those Expos gone via the trade in this decade plus 89, when Randy Johnson left, just among the pitching staff, you'd have Hill, Johnson, and Fasaro, 1, 2, 3 starters with Wetland as your closer, and then some decent speed around the diamond.
And those are the ones they traded away. Of course, we saw Mel Rojas in the list of guys that were, free agents, and it's just unbelievable that they can, continue to be competitive, having lost this caliber of player. You got to just tip your hat to the people in the Montreal Expos player development system, because they have done an outstanding job of producing player after player after player, bringing them to the big leagues and having them be productive.
Now, this guy, Rondell White, was a straight-up #1 pick, major pedigree, who has lived up to expectations. But you talk to the Expos people, and they'll tell you that a lot of times with these guys, it's a 2- and 3-year kind of proposition. I'll tell you what I mean. They know that Lansing's got a free agent year coming up, and they may not be able to meet the number that he wants. So they're developing a second baseman named Trace Coquelette, who's in AA right now. As White fouls that one down the right side. Coquelette may wind up being the MVP of the Eastern League and is a year away, and they said that they want to be able to time his arrival for Lansing's free agent year. Now that's, a lot easier said than done, but you have to look at it with that long-range goal.
Well, yeah, you do, and you have to be able to develop players. I mean, that's a lot of players that they've had to develop in a short period of time to replace all those guys that have lost. So it's not, if you're looking for one guy to replace one guy. You're almost looking every 5th year for a unit of players to replace another unit of players that become free agents, because they really haven't signed too many free agents or kept too many of their own guys when they became free agents or free agency eligible.
And Felipe even had to say farewell to his own son, who moved down to Florida.
Moises.
Two and one on Rondell White. Inside again, 3-1. Lansing started and stopped, trying to get the timing down on Beach.
Lansing just faking that bluff over at first base. Sometimes you'll try to do that just to get the infielders to move a little bit, give your hitter a little more of a chance to squeak one through.
He goes off speed pitch, so he picked the right pitch to go. That'll be stolen base number 10 for Lansing. It was a strike to make the count full on White, but this is an easy pitch to steal on.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. He guessed the right pitch. He got the changeup. White tried to check his swing, did not. There's a ball thrown through to second base, but Lansing in ahead of the throw from Mike Lieberthal.
Without Gretzelanek in the lineup, Lansing really the only stolen base threat. Gets one there. 3-2, swing and a miss on a high changeup. And White muttering to himself. That is the first strikeout since the second batter of the ball game for Beach.
See right here, before he gives up the home run on the high changeup, this time gets away with one as it tails in just a little bit on the hands of Rondell White. Pretty good swing by White just out in front of it.
So 1 on, 1 out for David Segui.
That's one of those strikeouts. You got to be happy that you got the strikeout, but probably
Don't
even
make
more happy that you got away with a changeup up in the zone like that.
Again, Lieberthal shows that good weight shift to his left. He has been in the dirt. Last night it was foul balls off his face for Levy. Tonight it's balls in the dirt.
Yeah, so Lieberthal has had to shift down and behind the right-handed hitters consistently tonight. As Beach's breaking ball, that one that he's been throwing to the right-handers, has consistently been out of the strike zone. Early in the game, the Expo hitters were swinging at it. Now they're consistently taking it for balls.
2-0. Sherman Obando waits on deck. Segui, a .315 hitter overall, 269 with runners at second or third. Lansing's at second with 1 out. And he's got a 2-0 pitch to look for something to drive. To right field and right to Darren Dalton. Lansing was not tugged. A little bit of a base running mistake there by Lansing, although you don't want to make the third out of third base. It looked like Tiki could have pretty much walked to third if he tugged immediately.
Take a look at Mike Lansing as the ball comes off of Segui's bat. First thought is it going to get over his head? No, it's not. Well, too late now to get back all the way and tag up, so just kind of make Dalton make the throw. But really, in this situation, Lansing just as valuable to the Expos at second base with 2 outs as he is at third. Base hit is probably going to score him anyway with Obando at the plate, and the Phillies outfielders playing deep to respect his power.
Except for as often as Beach has been in the dirt. And Lieberthal goes out to talk to Beach about how they want to approach Sherman Obando. He's hitting .133 on the season, but has been a thorn tonight, a single and a walk. That's going to hook foul, home run distance, and then some. But it goes as a long strike.
Beach now in his third time through the Montreal Expo lineup and has been staying inside consistently all night long against these right-handed hitters. They're starting to be conscious of that inside pitch, open up and pull it hard. You can locate a couple of those good changeups down and away, or even a tailing fastball down and away. Could be a good time to kind of change your program at this point in the game.
See, a third set of signs comes now from Lieberthal as he and Beach having a bit of a hard time getting together here. He pounds the chest and says, "Follow me." Sets up away. Runner goes, hit to Amaro in center field, breaks back and pulls it down. So a bit of an outfield adventure there, but Beach gets through the 6th. It's still 2-2.
Hey, what's our good buddy Don? He thinks he can meet that girl. Hey, what's the bet?
Hey, Brick Boy, go dust yourself off. Hi, Cupcake. What do you say I buy you a Bud Light and you appreciate it?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Nicely done. Fun to watch.
Make it a Bud Light.
The most prestigious national authority on evaluating managed health plans has awarded Keystone Health Plan East a full accreditation.
By meeting all of the NCQA's rigorous standards, Keystone is among the top 20% of the nation's HMOs, receiving the highest accreditation possible.
We will continue to work hard to merit this accreditation.
Because we've understood how important quality health care is for you and your family for nearly 60 years.
For unsurpassed quality,
you can lean on us.
Dodge Ram is #1 in horsepower, #1 in torque, #1 in payload. Dodge Ram is even #1 in ownership experience. In fact, Dodge Ram is #1 in more categories than any full-size pickup. So by changing all the rules about what a truck should be, Dodge pickups are now #1 in sales growth all across America. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Teak, interesting exchange here between Lieberthal and his rookie pitcher, Matt Beach.
Yeah, see Mike take his hand and pound it up against his chest before he gives the signs. Basically what he's telling Matt is, hey, I'll take responsibility for this pitch. I'm so convinced that this is the right call. Follow me. Of course, the pitcher still has the option of shaking him off. He wanted a fastball down, got it up. Obando hit it hard to center field, but still got him out. Part of the process of what I was talking about. You've been working hitters inside all night long. Maybe Lieberthal was starting to get the idea. Hey, they're looking inside. It's time to go away. Just what we were talking about. So, good possibility Mike Lieberthal was thinking along the same lines that I was. Doesn't make it right. Just means that he was thinking that way.
Scott Rowland will start last of the 6 in a tie ball game. Ripped on 2 hops to Stankiewicz. 1 out. Homestand will continue with the Pittsburgh Pirates for 4. And if you note, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is a bit of history. First time ever that there'll be 3 consecutive day games here at Veterans Stadium. Run the bases on Saturday, Boston Market Action Poster on Sunday, Business Person Special Mellon PSFS on Monday. 463-1000 for ticket information. Darren Dalton with 1 out. Strike call.
Larry, you mentioned those 3 consecutive day games against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Phillies have announced today a bleacher beach that they are going to open up in the left center field section 639 on all remaining day games between now and Labor Day. Dalton hit a fly ball to right field. He's retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Any fans that want to can go out to the bleacher beach. That is the best sun area in Veterans Stadium. So if you want to go out there, they encourage you to wear your swimwear because there may be a little water in the area. Also, they're going to have celebrity lifeguards in the area. So section 639, I talked to John Brazier this afternoon. There's about 200 seats in that section. If they need more, they will expand beyond 639. But all remaining day games between now and Labor Day, Bleacher Beach will be open. So if you want to come to the ballpark and work on your tan while you watch a ball game, come on out. Any ticket in the ballpark will allow you to sit in Bleacher Beach.
Inside the Jeffries, just above where Andrew Jones's home run landed when the Braves were in town.
Sounds like a lot of fun. They're going to have prizes and giveaways. Each one of the people that comes and sits in Bleacher Beach is going to get a swim tag with a number on it. They're going to give away prizes during the ball game, beach towels, an autographed Matt Beach baseball. I'm sure there will be some beach balls floating around in Bleacher Beach. Sunglasses, all kinds of surprises out there.
Ripped to left deep, but still 2-2 on Jeffries. Might have to venture out there once or twice. So like Obando, Jeffries pulls a ball home run distance but foul, and they go away as the Phillies did, but it's down. It's 3-2. Expos 2 runs on 4 hits. Phil's 2 runs on 5. There's not been an error in the ball game. Perez comes with the 3-2. Foul ball. Wide to third. To Lansing, charges aggressively to get the shorter hop for out number 3. So we remain tied through 6.
Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. Hits it hard to right field. It is gone.
He's got him. Yes, he does. Ground ball, fair ball, right field side. He wants it away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Ground ball, great play. Stocker, can he get him? He got him.
He goes. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw him out. Phil's win.
Hit to deep right field. It's gone.
When you play Cash 5 from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can win all the cash all at once. More than $100,000. Okay, if that isn't exciting enough, how about all the winners all at once? Over 1,000 people have won Cash 5 to date. On average, 4 more people will win this week alone. Play Cash 5, and you can experience the excitement of winning all the cash all at once.
These are the cars, the all-new, totally redefined Buicks. This is the deal. Now you take your choice. Special new cash incentives, sensational low finance rates, terrific new lease packages. The all-new look of luxury Park Avenue. America's bestseller LeSabre. The all-new Century, completely equipped for way under $20,000. This is the deal. Take cash to you, low financing, or new lease rates. This is the time. Hurry to your nearest quality Buick dealer.
Business Person Special, sponsored by Mellon PSFS. Monday, July 21st, 105. The Phillies, the Pirates, the fun, the sun. Great seat locations starting at just $5. Call 463-1000.
Matt Beach cranking up a good one. 2-2 top 7. As Beach will face Widger, Strange, and McGuire, 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Montreal. Beach, another false start as he's had some trouble with the rubber. He started and stopped 3 or 4 times. Teak, what's that usually indicative of?
Well, as he makes his pivot and plants his foot, his footing is not proper. He's off balance. You want to be on balance, so doesn't quite get his foot turned in the proper places. He places it down in that hole that he's dug on the first base side of the rubber.
Perez works a little bit closer to the first base side, so dueling holes hard and deep to straightaway center field. Amaro with his back to it. It's gone. Chris Widger, home run number 5, just to the left field side of the 408 sign, and it was a bomb. Expos lead 3-2. The uncle of Chris Widger, Chris out of the Delaware Valley.
When we talk, the Expo people are very excited about Widger, and the fact that he has potential power shows it right here as he gets a fastball down and drives it to straightaway center field. Well up on the tarp as Amaro has no play. Chris Widger puts the Expos ahead by a score of 3-2.
Beach has gone 7 innings this year once, and it came against Montreal in a ball game he lost 4-3.
Phillies lost that game by a score of 4-3. Matt got a no decision in that game back on the 11th of June.
That's low.
In that ball game, the best outing Matt Beach has had this year. So far, Matt's 2 strongest performances of the year have come against these Montreal Expos.
Strike called. You'll recall we were doing his first start of the year at St. Louis. He pitched 4 strong innings, gave up 1 hit and 1 run. As that is playable for Morandini. But Beach, as a base runner, skimmed across third base, wound up doing a header, turned the ankle over. I remember the pictures. It looked like if they had said broken leg, you wouldn't have doubted it. Had that bad sprain, wound up missing nearly the entire month of May. But he was en route to a real nice opening season start before hurting the ankle. Ryan McGuire's tapped out to Morandini twice. Teak, the pitch he threw Widger, is that hats off hitter, fastball away?
Yeah, it was down and out over the plate. It wasn't a real bad pitch by Beach. Sometimes, give a little bit of credit to the hitters. Widger was able to get a low pitch and get it elevated and hit it hard to, the biggest part of the ballpark. Normally what you want to try to do with hitters is make them hit the ball to the big part of the ballpark. See Jerry Spradlin now up and throwing in the Philly bullpen. But if you can keep the ball away from hitters, normally you'll get them to hit it to center field. Of course, that is the widest part of the ballpark. So in theory, a good thing to do, just kind of double cross by Chris Widger as he hit it a little further than you wanted him to the deepest part.
Galen Cisco on the phone, the Joe Rigoli down to the bullpen as Matt Beach is just 2 away from 100. His ratio at the 50 pitch mark had been dramatically better. He gave up the home run to Widger, then went 3-0 on Strange before getting him on a 3-2 pitch, and now has gone 3-0 on McGuire. with Perez on deck. His 100th pitch is a strike call. Terry Francona has tried to get every opportunity to get young pitchers out when they still had a positive taste from their experience. Bronya, that's a short hop, tough race. Beach drops the ball. Looked like he had beaten him to the bag in what would have been a bang at first base. And it'll be scored a base hit for McGuire.
Bronya makes a nice play fielding this on the short hop. Beach a little slow getting off the mound as he gets to first base. It was going to be a close play, but the ball popped out of his glove. Long underhand toss by Bronya, right on the money. Beach just not able to handle it.
Looked like he might have been trying to pick up first base or the runner. And here comes Galen Cisco. Again, ruled a base hit, the 6th given up by Beach.
That's why it's important to get off the mound quickly on those plays so that you can get under control. Beach was still at full bore as he was trying to catch the ball, tag the bag, and beat the runner all at the same time. If you get off the mound quickly, then you have a chance to get over there early, slow yourself down, get a little more under control. Wayne Gomes has now joined Jerry Spradlin in the Phillies bullpen as a pair of right-handers throwing. While Galen Cisco is out talking to Matt Beach. Mentioned Matt at just over the 100 pitch mark now and has started to show signs of throwing more pitches. Early in the game was pretty successful being ahead in the count early. In recent innings has not been able to establish the count in his favor, not nearly as often.
Six and a third, the second longest outing of the year, matching a 6 1/3 outing at Boston in another no decision, and he's kept his club in it. Francona will give him an opportunity to get through the 7th inning with just a 1-run deficit. See if Perez is in sacrifice mode. He offered. Strike call. Carlos Perez beat out an infield base hit up the middle and rode home on Lansing's home run, representing the first run of the night for Montreal.
You see Pete McCannon at third base going through the signs. Perez has sacrificed successfully 3 times this year. Last time around he hit that wicked line drive back at Matt Beach. Showing bunt early.
Gets it down. Rolled in. Takes the sure out for out number 2. Perez has pitched 5 complete games, and the Expo people will tell you one of the reasons is he fields so well. He handles the bat very well. You don't have to yank him in these kind of situations.
Yeah, good technique by Perez as he gets the bat out and just waits for Beach to throw the ball and then just lets the ball run right into the bat. Pulls it softly down the third base line, so Scott Rowland has to come way in. The only play he had was at first base. Carlos Perez takes a long walk back to the Montreal Expo dugout, having successfully sacrificed.
And here's Terry Francona, so he will not let the left-handed pitcher face the right-handed swinger. He has yet to indicate whether it's Gomes or Spradlin, but as Cisco's already been out there, this has to be it. And indeed it is.
And it will be Wayne Gomes, the right-hander, coming into the ballgame.
Well, Matt Beach will not get his first win in '97 tonight, despite a quality start, 6 2/3, and gave up the 2 home run balls. His club down by 1.
Education.
Give Cesar your book so he can read.
Intimidation.
187. That's the police code for homicide.
Violence.
What you gonna do?
Destruction.
Are you finished?
There's nothing more you can do to me. Murder.
We can't expect the system to protect us.
You know what to do. Let me out! The things it takes for some people to finally get it.
And don't you feel safer with Benny gone?
Samuel L. Jackson, 187. Rated R. Starts Wednesday, July 30th at a theater near you.
message contains instructions for building some kind of a transport.
10. Critics are calling Contact
9.
dazzling,
8.
utterly amazing.
7.
Robert Zemeckis' visionary film
6.
combines the science fiction of Close Encounters
5.
with the humanity
4.
of Forrest Gump.
When you come back, everybody that you care about will be gone.
3.
Jodie Foster,
2.
Matthew McConaughey.
1.
You must see Contact, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
Travel provided by U.S. Airways. U.S. Airways offers the only daily nonstop service from Philadelphia to Munich, Germany.
Fine performance by the rookie Matt Beach, met by his teammates as his night's work has ended. Third consecutive quality start for the Phils. In fact, last 3 starts, including tonight, they've yielded just 4 earned runs. Stevenson 1, Schilling 0. 3 by Beach tonight. You know, it's a lot different sport when your starting pitching gives you those kind of numbers.
Yeah, we obviously, you know, success and the ability to win starts with the guy that starts the ball game, the guy that's given the baseball. And the Phillies over the last 3 ball games have had good performances by their starting pitchers. Won the first 2 games, Stevenson and then Schilling last night. Matt Beach, even though he leaves this game trailing by a score of 3-2, is, you know, kept his club at least within range, giving the offense a chance. See Wayne Gomes, the right-hander, in for the 15th time this year. 1 win, no losses. His job right now is to retire Andy Stankiewicz, keep this at a 1-run game. Matt Beach will not win his first ball game of the year, but you know, he has done a much better job tonight of giving his team a chance to win by the way he worked on the mound.
See Stankiewicz 0 for 3. Hard-throwing Wayne Gomes goes breaking ball first pitch. Wayne has allowed 3 of 7 inherited runners to score, but he's been scored on himself in just 3 of his 14 appearances. Jeffries has it lined up. So Gomes gets the job done and keeps it a 1-run ball game. Stretch time at the vet. Phils down by 1.
Mania. Excessive or unreasonable enthusiasm. Movie mania. An exciting, mind-numbing abundance of sensational stars. Blockbuster hits. And out great movies on Prism. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
Let's go back to the situation of Prohibition. Prohibition was an extremely difficult period for the Bush family. That period almost broke the company. Grandfather had a couple of choices. So he went into the yeast business, he went into the soft drink business, he went into the making of carriages, he went into the making of cabinets. When Prohibition finally came to an end, my father wanted to do something for his father. He did so by presenting him with an 8-horse hitch, the Clydesdales. The Clydesdales were taken down Pennsylvania Avenue, where the first case of beer was delivered to then-President Roosevelt. The Clydesdales today are a symbol of that quality, of that tradition, of that excellence that is the hallmark of Budweiser, that is the hallmark of Anheuser-Busch.
Hi, this is Dick Vermeil with a message of thanks from Independence Blue Cross to our 2.5 million plus members. Recently, we reached the highest number of members in our 59-year history. So thanks to all of you for your trust and for leaning on us.
Phils once again down a run. It's 3-2, bottom of the 7th. Defensive replacement Sherman Obando goes out. Joe Orsulak checks in right field. Orsulak has 106 at-bats, but he is in his 74th game, Teak. This is the 34th time he's come in as a defensive replacement. Talk about knowing your role.
You know, the veteran player, and Felipe Alou uses him almost nightly as a defensive replacement in the outfield, 34 times. You know, you usually don't see that very often, with Orsulak going in for defense. Veteran player knows how to play the game, and also not a bad pinch hitter either for Felipe Alou, so very versatile player.
Swing and a miss by Bronya out in front. of a 78-mile-an-hour changeup. Bronya, Lieberthal, and Stocker scheduled here in the 7th. Phils have 5 hits on the night. With hands, Brad Mills. Pick a fan with a glove. Brad likes to reward the youngsters that bring their gloves. Jerry Spradlin up should the Phillies get to Gomes' spot in the lineup. Obviously they would hit for him, and Spradlin's ready.
Yeah, Gomes, the 4th hitter in the inning for the Phillies, so came in and was able to retire Stankiewicz. Now hopefully his mates will be able to get something going and get him out of the ball game and get Spradlin in, preferably with a lead. A couple runs on the board would be nice.
Rico 45 points better than that overall. Everything's been away in this at-bat to Bronya, and they're out there again, the 2-2. Right side, Lancet, out number 1. Terrific chance to take the afternoon off. Monday, July the 21st at 1 o'clock. Phils and Pirates and Business Person Special number 3. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Order your tickets easily by phone at 463-1000. Inquire about the daily specials. You can stop by the Center City ticket office of Mellon PSFS at Broad and Chestnut Street. Here's Mike Lieberthal. In the hole and through. A single for Mike Lieberthal. A relatively rare occurrence in this strange season for Lieberthal. 55% of his hits have been for extra bases.
Yeah, but he's been getting a lot more singles recently, and Mike mentioned the other day how he feels like he's swinging the bat a lot better, and because he's going to start seeing more singles. You know, it was basically all power as far as Lieberthal went the first couple months of the season, home runs and doubles, but now getting the stroke down where he's able to mix in the singles, and consequently the average on the rise.
And has hit well late in ball games, has the average overall up close to 240. Kevin Stocker's been the Phillies' most effective hitter tonight. He's 2 for 2, single and a triple. Stocker scored in front of a Matt Beach bloop base hit. Got the ball game tied. Kevin Jordan waits on deck. And they begin to scurry in the Expos bullpen. Up the middle, Perez has it. That's 1 out there. That's 2 there. Excellent turn by Stankiewicz, jumping out of the way of Mike Lieberthal, and the smiling face of Carlos Perez through 7 innings. Perez, good hands, and the fine leap and toss from Stankiewicz. 7 complete, 1-run lead for Montreal.
There's one luxury car that's not a cliche.
What is it?
La Millennia by Mazda. An icon of style. An oasis of comfort. An exhibition of grace. Very refined. Very personal. Millennia. Your private label luxury car. Lease for $329.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
Small cars used to drive like this. Then a big change came along. The all-new 97 Ford Escort. It's got a bigger engine with more horsepower than Civic. A sport suspension you can't get on Cavalier. Plus, big car room and a 4-speed automatic Neon doesn't even offer. Now get Escort with $1,000 cash back or 2.9 financing. That's $1,000 cash back or finance for 2.9% for 48 months. And own what's new. Ford Escort, only from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, who invite you to test drive Ford's all-new Expedition. By Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, I love what you do for me.
With Kent Jacoby, I'm Larry Rose. We move to the 8th. Expos lead the Phillies 3-2. That double play ball meant another inning's work for Wayne Gomes. He'll face Lansing, White, and Segui, 2, 3, and 4 for Montreal. Trying to hold it to a one-run ball game. Phils have the left-hander, the one left-hander, Billy Brewer, up in their bullpen. Should Gomes need some assistance. Lansing has homered, walked, stolen a base, knocked in a pair. Teak, have you seen enough Wayne Gomes to have formed an opinion as yet?
No, not really. Obviously, the problems that he had in the minor leagues was control. He hasn't had that much problem here. I mean, he's had it in spurts, but it hasn't been an overall trend all the time that he's had control trouble. He's had good days and he's had bad days. Wayne just needs to have consistency. He's got good enough stuff to be successful at the major league level.
Excellent range. Good gun by Roland, out number 1. Fun for kids. Kids Appreciation Day, when all fans 14 and under receive a great colorful action poster featuring the hot corner players Bronya and Roland, compliments of Boston Market. Sunday, July 20th against the Pirates. 463-1000's your number to order tickets easily by phone. Here's one hot corner. And the other, Roland and Bronya. Talking to a scout the other day about Wayne Gomes, who had seen him pitch as a closer in Old Dominion. He was a straight-up one-inning guy, and the Phillies obviously needed to stretch his arm out when he got into their system, so they made him a starting pitcher for a couple of years as he makes the pitch to White. That would clearly, quote, retard his development short-term, because you're moving him out of his future role, but they're hoping that it would pay a dividend at the end game, right now. As White gets a lot of that one. Is it fair or foul? It's deep, and it is upper deck. Second row of the 500 level. Monstrous parabolic home run, Rondell White. It's 4-2 Expos, and all their runs have come via the home run ball.
As you mentioned, Larry, this one by Rondell White was a bomb off of Wayne Gomes. Goes to the upper deck, about 15 feet inside the left field foul pole. Take a look right here as White gets a fastball up in the zone and levels off on it. Talk about White wanting to get complete extension. Well, he did on that one and extended it into the third row of the upper deck as it bounced back onto the field. Greg Jeffries making the catch, but you can't play caroms out of the upper deck. Home run for Rondell White, and that will be the end of the evening for Wayne Gomes, as Billy Brewer will come in to face the left-hander Segui and Orsulak.
So Phil's now down by 2. Back to the bed in a moment.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
There's a sea of minivans out there, but one stands above the rest. Ford Windstar, the only minivan to earn the government's 5-star safety rating, higher than Dodge and Chrysler. A 200-horsepower V6 is more powerful, too. And over 40 standard safety features help keep your family safe. Ford Windstar, an island of quality and safety in the sea of life. Now get $1,000 cash back on Windstar, or low 4.8 financing for 48 months. Only from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Expos by a pair. Teak, here's why.
Wayne Gomes wants his fastball down to Rondell White, gets it up and out over the plate. Talked about Rondell White liking to get his arms extended. Well, he got extended very well on that one as he takes it to the upper deck. Take a look at Wayne's reaction as White hits this ball. When they hit him like that, you No, they're gone. Please go foul.
Please go
foul. Go foul.
Go foul.
Not going foul.
No, no hook on that one. And I never got to ask your opinion of what they had to do with Wayne Gomes to try to get the arm stretched out. Since these college closers don't get that much work, then they get him in pro ball and they want him to have a lot more life in that arm.
Well, the thing was, Gomes did not pitch a lot of innings in college, and they felt that if they made him a starting pitcher, they could give him some innings and some experience that he needed. So that was the whole purpose of making him a starter in the minor leagues. See Billy Brewer, the Phillies' lone left-hander, now into the ball game to face David Segui, and with another left-hander, Joe Orsulak, on deck, he will probably be in for those two hitters and those two hitters only. We'll get more action down in the Phillies bullpen momentarily.
Brewer began the season as a member of the Oakland Athletics. High curveball. Released there. Back in the middle of May. Wound up at Scranton, where he was 2-1 with a 3 ERA, good enough to earn himself a contract with Philadelphia. Made his National League debut back on June the 25th. Off the end of the bat, Stocker will charge and fire. Out number 2. Saw his ERA at 10.13. You give up a grand slam without getting anybody out in an outing. Former relief pitcher that you were, that number balloons.
Yeah, especially when you don't have a whole lot of innings going for you at the time. So those numbers will take a while to work them back down.
So Joe Orsulak, who came in as a defensive replacement yet again, gets his first at bat, lefty to lefty. Line complete on Wayne Gomes, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. Good pitch. We met Robert Boyd, the Phil's second-round pick last night. Robert Wolf, rather, the second-round pick, and he's out of Pepperdine University, a left-handed pitcher. Swing and a miss. As we see the lack of left-hand pitching talent around baseball, he was making his own jokes. I'm left-handed. I hit 92, 93 on a gun a couple of times. Hey, I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah, well, that'll do it for you. Obviously, we talked about Greg Jeffries and how many times he's batted right-handed this year opposed to left-handed. Not that many left-handed pitchers in the National League.
And not many that throw 90. Swing and a miss on high heat. You're watching Phillies baseball on Sports Channel. Billy Brewer gets a couple of outs to keep it a 2-run ball game. Phils need some offense. Home 8th is coming up.
Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. Hits it hard to right field. It is gone.
He's got him. Yes, he does. Ground ball, fair ball, right field side. He wants it away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Ground ball. Great play. Stocker. Can he get him? He got him.
He goes. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw him out. Phils win.
Hit the deep right field. It's gone.
Get ready for the Mania. Movie Mania. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
Small cars used to drive like this. Then a big change came along. The all-new 97 Ford Escort. It's got a bigger engine with more horsepower than Civic. A sport suspension you can't get on Cavalier. Plus, big car room and a 4-speed automatic Neon doesn't even offer. Now get Escort with $1,000 cash back or 2.9 financing. That's $1,000 cash back or finance for 2.9% for 48 months. And own what's new. Ford Escort, only from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Here's your Toyota National League scoreboard. Larry Walker now hitting .404 with his 27th home run, but Atlanta still leads Colorado 4-2. New York wins it in 10. Butch Husky gets a 4-hit night, knocks in a game winner. Cincinnati over Pittsburgh 7-3. 9-3 rather. San Francisco has defeated Houston. Mark Gardner's now a 10-game winner. Florida 6-5 in the 7th. And San Diego 3-1 over St. Louis in inning number 6. Our ball game has moved to the bottom of the 8th. La Luna in evidence on the cloudless sky of South Philadelphia. Phils need 2. Kevin Sefcik will pinch hit for Wayne Gomes to lead off the bottom of the 8th. See his overall numbers at 245.
3 for 13 as a pinch hitter is Sefcik. Phillies trailing by a couple of runs right here. Is probably their best opportunity to get back into this ball game as you have Sefcik in the pitcher spot and then the top of the order coming up.
Swing and a miss and a changeup.
So if you can get some of those guys on, then you get to the middle of the order with base runners aboard, and that's really what Phillies are looking for, and Terry Francona is looking for against Carlos Perez, who has been tough all night.
Well, that is a tough sequence of pitches to pop off the bench and face as Sefcik strikes out on that changeup, out number 1.
Yeah, again, a good changeup. We talked about Perez and his changeup. This one just dies on the outside part of the plate. Sefcik out in front of it. Think about Perez. He only got 2 strikeouts in tonight's ball game, but he gets excited when he gets them.
His first strikeout since the 3rd inning. But he's been ahead of the hitters and forcing the Phils to hit his pitch. Amaro takes low. Ruben is nothing for 3 on the night. Now batting at 250 overall. Up the middle. Caught by Perez. Yep, you do. That's a fine play. I'm not sure if he knew he had it, T.
A little bit of payback for Carlos Perez as Matt Beach picked off his line drive up the middle. Now Amaro sends one back through the middle. I got it?
Oh.
Yeah, I got it. Keep looking at it. Make sure I got it.
To Mickey Morandini, the first pitch. He is away, a ball 1-0.
Big play there by Perez, as we mentioned. The Phillies trying to get base runners on for the middle of the order, Roland, Dalton, and Jeffries.
2-0.
Indeed, Perez can retire Morandini here. Then Roland has to become the setup guy as opposed to the guy trying to drive the runs in. Same way with Dalton. You have setup guys on offense and closers on offense. You try to get the setup guys on and let the closers close. Not going to happen for the Phillies this inning.
A 1-2-3 8th for Perez. Will go to the 9th. A 4-2 lead for Montreal.
How to fit a ton of features into a half-ton truck. The Mazda SE5. The Mazda SE5. Have it all for $11,950. Lease the Mazda SE5 for $159 a month.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
Time now for our Toyota American League scoreboard. Toronto leads the Texas Rangers in the 4th inning. A pair of home runs. Orlando Merced, Carlos Delgado for the Rangers. They lead 3-0. Final, Oakland beats Kansas City by a score of 11-3. Oakland with a 6-run third inning, and the A's Matt Stairs with 3 RBIs in that ball game. So the New York Yankees leading the Chicago White Sox 4-0 in the 5th. Baltimore ahead of Boston 6-5 in the 7th. Cleveland Indians, Milwaukee Brewers in a close one. The Indians ahead 3-2 in the 7th. Detroit at Anaheim, Minnesota at Seattle. Those games will be later on this evening. Back here at Veterans Stadium, head to the top of the 9th inning. Montreal Expos have a 4-2 lead. Jerry Spradlin, the new pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, as he takes over on the mound.
Spradlin will face Chris Widger to start the 9th. It's Widger's home run that gave the Expos the lead that they still maintain. And Rondell White's home run gave them the insurance. But the 7th inning home run made it 3-2. Spradlin's been a workhorse, Teak.
Let's see, it's 45th game of the year. Kind of been thrust into that setup role with all the injuries that Ken Ryan has had over the course of the season.
Spradlin also has had a better season, if you see the Phillies every day, than his numbers would indicate. Again, has been victimized by a handful of bad outings mixed in among 35 or 40 good ones. Stocker out number 1.
Do something you'll never forget. Join Boa, Callison, Lazinski, Taylor, Hebner, and more for a week of fun, laughter, and baseball in sunny Florida. Get your own uniform and play like the big leaguers. A great gift for any reason. Phillies Dream Week. Call 215-938-1200 for information.
You do it all.
I do Dream Week every year and have a ball.
Doug Strange hitless on the evening. The other way, long run. Stocker rolling, almost overran and reached back for out number 2. Great hands, Scott Rowland.
The most difficult play for a third baseman is a ball directly over his head. Rowland goes over and able to backhand the play down in short left field, just in foul territory. Much easier play for the shortstop, who has a better angle on it, but Kevin Stocker just not able to get there as quick as Scott Rowland. Scotty with those good hands able to make the play.
Nice little stutter step there to kind of save a few inches and line his body up to make the grab. Ryan McGuire with 2 outs. Outside corner from Spradlin. Spradlin's fastball at 92 miles per hour. Inside, 1-1. Phil's trailed 4-2. But now hit by the Expos 7-6, 2 out top 9. A little bit low, it's 2-1. McGuire now hitting at .329. 2-2. Phils will have the heart of the lineup in the last of the 9th, as Carlos Perez apparently will go after a complete game number 6. Jammed him. Still 2-2. Tomorrow, Mark Leiter looks for win number 5, the first of 4 against the Pirates. We'll be coming at you on Prism Television tomorrow with our first pitch pregame report at 7 o'clock, including a visit with Scott Rowland. Game time at 7:30. Chris Wheeler, Kent DeColby have the play-by-play in color. Off speed high. It's 3-2. Here's Mark Leiter, who is charting. The pitcher who has caught you.
We're keeping you up, Mark?
He is an intense customer. 3-2 slap the other way. And it's still a full count. Montreal leads all of baseball with complete games, 19. And Perez will be going for his 6th and doesn't even lead his own staff.
Pedro Martinez leads the National League. Montreal Expo right-hander. Pedro was just obscured right there as he has 8 complete games.
But first, Perez will get another hack, and his at-bats have been adventuresome. Montreal with 19, 7 more than the vaunted Braves. The average in the National League is 6. And Montreal has tossed more than any in baseball, 11 in the month of June, 11 all of last year. Fair ball for Perez to the corner. They're going to wave around McGuire. Long throw, Morandini. Safe. Throw to third. Perez is out there. But his RBI double scores Ryan McGuire, and he's got another run to work with in the 9th. So Scott Rowland will lead off in the bottom of the 9th as you see the hand of McGuire sneak in. You're watching Phillies baseball on Sports Channel.
You know you can watch Prism and Sports Channel on TV, but how about cyberspace? Prism Sports Channel Interactive on America Online keeps you up to date on the latest movies, music, and sports. Exclusive Phillies coverage, updates on special events and features, music, news, views, and sounds to be downloaded, online chats with area celebrities, interactive features like You Be the Reporter, and great contests. Prism Sports Channel Interactive. Keyword Prism SC on America Online's Digital City, Philadelphia.
Mania. Excessive or unreasonable enthusiasm. Movie mania. An exciting, mind-numbing abundance of sensational stars. Blockbuster hits. And out-and-out great movies on Prism. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
Welcome to the Nissan store. Let's look at the Maxima. Oh, look at that. Sleek, sophisticated. Hold your horses there, big fella. Ooh, Bose CD audio system. Leather seating surfaces, automatic temperature control. I'm almost finished. What'll really excite you is Maxima's 190 horsepower V6 engine. No wonder we can't keep him around.
Deep, rich, luscious color can only have one source. Eagle One Wet Car Polish. For the hottest looking ride on the road, get wet.
Expos with single runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th have given Perez a 3-run lead to work with. In fact, Kent Tekulve, he gave himself the 3rd run to work with in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, not only doing a job on the mound, but Carlos Perez having a great night at the plate. You see right here as he hits a double down the right field line, able to score Ryan McGuire with the 5th run of the ball game for the Expos in the 9th inning. See the Morandini relay to home plate, just not quite in time to get the sliding McGuire as he tags the plate with his hand and comes in there. Lieberthal ended up getting up and throwing the ball to Scott Rowland at third to tag Perez out for the 3rd out of the inning. But by that time the damage had been done. I mentioned the offensive night by Perez. 2 hits in the ball game, a single and a double. Also hit that vicious line drive up the middle, and the other time a very successful sacrifice bunt. So you see he's done well on the mound, only 86 pitches to this point, and done equally as well at the plate.
Much like Curt Schilling going to the 9th inning with a pitch count in the 80s, it's an easy decision for a manager to make to keep him out there. He's held his good stuff. They'll face Scott Rowland. First pitch of the 9th is strike call. Unlike Schilling, though, he's only got the 2 strikeouts. Lots of ground balls the other way, which change-up pitchers seem to get an awful lot of. And he Phillies jumped in front of Scotty. 0-2.
That's the add-on run that the Montreal Expos got in the top of the 9th inning now means that the Phillies have to get 2 men on board before they can bring the potential tying run to the plate.
Change up, got him. Call that a strike 3 swinging. Out number 1, strikeout number 3.
Take a look at Scott Rowland, completely fooled by this changeup. Make that the breaking ball by Perez. That was the curveball. The breaking ball down and in. Rowland tried to check the swing. But we've seen that 3 times. That's only the third strikeout on the evening for Carlos Perez.
Dutch walked in the first. 2-0. Darren will likely take a strike, down 3.
The situation you're looking at right now, Larry, is the Phillies are starting to work down toward the lineup. Need to get a couple guys on base before Mike Lieberthal comes to the plate.
That's Dalton's second walk. He is a 1-out base runner.
So Dutch does his job very patient at the plate as he allows Perez to walk him. Exactly what Perez did not want to do in this situation. Give up 3 base runners. Wants to make you earn it. So Phillies now 1 base runner away from bringing the tying run to the plate as we have some action down in the Montreal Expo bullpen.
You would assume Perez would at least get to Bronya. Dalton goes as he was not held.
Yeah, not paying any attention to Dalton at first base. Segui playing well behind him, so Darren goes ahead and takes second base, take the force play out of the mix. They're going to give it to you and you can get it standing up, you take it. Otherwise you don't go. But Dalton able to cruise down as the Expos were not even paying attention to him.
It was a called strike on Jeffries. 0-2.
I mentioned the Montreal Expos with action in their bullpen. It is Ugueth Urbina. W for initials.
And you would assume he'd be up for Lieberthal, the right-hander, if it gets that far. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Jeffries is out number 2.
Take a look at the pitch. Jeffries again, the breaking ball, the same breaking ball that he got rolling on, and same reaction from Perez. Perez looking for complete game number 6 to move him ahead of Bailey of the Colorado Rockies. Hard to believe anybody with the Rockies could complete a game. Must be all road games.
Or 10-9s. So Bronya is trying to keep it alive and get the tying run of the plate. Rico's had no success tonight with Perez. 2-0.
Perez walked Dalton, the left-handed hitter, and now falls behind Bronya. 2 balls and no strikes.
Urbina has stopped throwing. So the scenario, Teague, of bringing the right-hander in to face Lieberthal might not be what Alou's got in mind.
No, that means that Urbina's ready.
Okay.
He doesn't need any more.
Strike call. Doesn't take long tonight. A night like this, how many pitches would it take you?
Oh, 10, 15 at the most. You can be ready.
That's one quick mound visit. Bronya has a 2-1 pitch coming with Dalton at second, 2 out. Phil's down 3. To center field, high and deep. And gone. Rico Bronya will indeed get the tying run to home plate on a 2-run home run to dead center field. It's 5-4.
Bronya just looking for a way to get aboard, keep this game alive, and he does a little that. He does that plus some as he hits the ball straight away center field. Carlos Perez will not complete this ball game because of Rico Brogna. Behind in the count, threw the breaking ball, left it up and out over the plate. Rico deposited to a straightaway center field. Full extension. You hit them this hard, you don't have to pull them.
So the Phillies have homered in 12 consecutive games. You're not going to do a dancey dance on this, Carlos Perez. You're going to walk off the mound without completing your 6th game, as Rico Brogna brings the Phils within 1. Mike Lieberthal with his chance to tie it when we come back.
Education.
Give Cesar your book so he can read.
Intimidation.
187, that's the police code for homicide.
Violence.
What you gonna do?
Destruction.
Are you finished?
There's nothing more you can do to me. Murder.
We can't expect the system to protect us.
You know what to do. Leave me alone! The things it takes for some people to finally get it.
Don't you feel safer with Benny gone?
Samuel L. Jackson, 187. Rated R. Starts Wednesday, July 30th at a theater near you.
The message contains instructions for building some kind of a transport.
10.
Critics are calling Contact
9.
dazzling,
8.
utterly amazing.
7.
Robert Zemeckis' visionary film
6.
combines the science fiction of Close Encounters
5.
with the humanity of Forrest Gump.
When you come back, everybody that you care about will be gone.
3.
Jodie Foster,
2.
Matthew McConaughey.
1.
You must see Contact, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
Travel provided by U.S. Airways. U.S. Airways offers the only daily nonstop service from Philadelphia to Munich, Germany.
Big lift from Rico Brogna to keep the club alive, bottom of the 9th.
This is what's got the Phillies within a run as he sends the ball well over Rondell White's head in center field.
And the Phils have now homered in a dozen straight ball games for the first time in 24 years. Since back in 1973, during the course of the streak, Brogna's hit 4, as has Scott Rowland. And Perez will not be able to close the deal. He'll hand it over to you, Teak.
Yeah, we'll get Urbino on for the 39th time this year. You see his numbers right there. But Larry, as we look back now, how big was the double, the 2-out double in the top of the 9th inning? We talked about the extra run that the Expos were able to tack on. That's the only reason they're still ahead in this ball game right now, is Ugueth Urbina is going to try to retire Mike Lieberthal for the final out in the game. But the double by Perez that knocked in the 5th run of the game is huge now for the Montreal Expos.
Lieberthal, the Phillies leader in home runs with 13. If he catches one, we're tied. It's 2-0 with Kevin Stocker on deck. The 3rd time he's faced Urbina. Strike call. Urbina's lost 6 games out of the bullpen, so he is among the league leaders in that category, also with 16 saves. Good pitch. Hard slider.
Yeah, Urbina throws everything hard. Hard fastball, hard slider. He's one of those power pitchers, throws in the mid-90s. There was a breaking ball at 83, but you got to be tuned up for Urbina's fastball.
Swing and a miss. So Urbina throws 5 pitches, strikes out Mike Lieberthal, and gives Carlos Perez his 9th win and gives himself his 17th save. Phillies fight gamely back with 2 in the 9th, but fall just a run short. You're watching Phillies baseball on Sports Channel. Urbina with the perfect pitch on the 2-2 seals the deal for the Expos. Back in a moment.
Get ready for the Mania. Movie Mania. Summer Movie Mania begins this May only on Prism. Call your cable company and order Prism today.
Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. Hits it hard to right field. It is gone.
He's got him. Yes, he does. Ground ball, fair ball, right field side. He wants it away. The 1-2, swing and a miss.
Ground ball. Great play. Stocker, can he get him? He got him.
He goes. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw him out. Phillies win.
Hit to deep right field. It's gone.
If you've been postponing the purchase of a brand new truck, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $13.50 off on a Dodge Dakota or up to $11.85 in package value discounts on a Dodge Ram. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance. Because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
So, you want to see my Discover Card statement? I am very, very prissy.
Whatever, shut up!
I love to be pampered. I go have my hair done. I love to go have my nails done, have pedicures, manicures. My biggest weakness would have to be shoes. Cashback bonus award really floats my boat.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
I am definitely a shopaholic.
It pays to Discover. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Phillies baseball has been brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. By Mellon PSFS, it's where you're going. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, the health insurance companies you can lean on.
Good ball game tonight at Veterans Stadium. Montreal Expos with single runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th win it by a final score of 5-4. Perez wins his 9th, Urbina his 17th save, and Matt Beach, despite a quality start, loses for the 5th time in 1997. And Perez, the winning pitcher, but Tiki did a lot of damage with his bat as we check out the Bud play of the game.
Our Budweiser play of the game is in the top of the 9th inning. Perez with a double down the right field line drives Ryan McGuire in with the 5th run of this ball game. At the time it seemed insignificant, but when the Phillies came up with the 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th by Rico Brogna, all of a sudden this run right here is, you see McGuire slide across the plate in front of Lieberthal's tag, became the game-winning run for the Montreal Expos. So for all that Perez did on the mound tonight, when Ugueth Urbina finished it up, on the mound, it was Carlos Perez and what he did at the plate in the 9th inning with a man on first and 2 outs. It was the play of the game.
The signature shake of the Ugueth Urbina with Carlos Perez. Back with more in a moment.
Hey, what's our good buddy done? He thinks he can meet that girl. What's the bet?
Hey, Brick Boy, go dust yourself off. Hi, Cupcake. What do you say I buy you a Bud Light and you appreciate it?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Nicely done. Fun to watch.
Make it a Bud Light.
10 years in the league. These legs have more miles on them than most minivans. That's why I never play a game without my Gensana. Gensana's got G115 ginseng, the real stuff.
The lasting energy of G115 is real. It's what makes Gensana different from everything else on the shelf.
You can feel your age, or you can feel your Gensana.
Feel your Gensana.
Why does Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile have the most advanced digital network on the East Coast? So your cell phone will work here. And out here. It's perfectly clear here. In fact, to ensure that you'll have enhanced voice clarity and privacy, we built a digital network of monumental proportions. After all, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
Tonight we saw the full arsenal, the full repertoire of one Carlos Perez, Teague.
Yeah, Carlos Perez with only 2 strikeouts before the 9th inning, but gets Scott rolling right here on the check swing and ends up getting Greg Jeffries later on a similar pitch for a pair of strikeouts in 9th, so ended up with 2 strikeouts in the 9th and 2 in the rest of the ball game, but he got him when he needed him.
Well, Matt Beach becomes a hard luck loser, 6 2/3. His second longest start of the season, gives up 3 earned runs and winds up losing. Rondell White became the 47th player to go to the 500 level in left field with a home run late in the ballgame. Phils lose it by a final score of 5-4. Before we wrap up this evening, we'll give you a chance to check out some scores and highlights from around Major League Baseball. We will begin in the National League with a key Central Division matchup. Hal Morris hot tonight. Top of the first, Morris the other way, a double. John Nunnally scores. Willie Green scores. 2-0 Cincinnati in the early going. Still top one, Brett Boone gets a good piece of this one to left center field. Oliver scores, and it's a 4-0 lead early. Then Morris again, this time doubles down the other line. Green again scores. Morris already with 4 RBIs. It's a runaway. John Smiley with good offensive support. The strikeout of the All-Star, Tony Womack. And then the strikeout of mound opponent Jeff Rubel. He had 7 strikeouts through 6 innings. Ball game's now in the 9th. Cincinnati leading 9-3. Pittsburgh will come to town. Should they lose it, they would come in as a 500 club at 47-47. Houston has already lost, so the worst Pittsburgh will arrive in town is in a flat-footed tie for first place in the Central Division. Also tonight, Atlanta 8-2 over Colorado despite home runs by Castillo and Walker for Colorado. New York won in extra innings. Career kind of game for Butch Husky. Had 4 hits and a game-winning base hit in the 10th to win the ball game. Also tonight, Florida an 8-5 lead over Los Angeles in the 8th, and San Diego leads St. Louis 3-run that ball game also in the 8th inning. To the American League, Toronto against Texas as Texas is trying to close some ground in the West. A little gum on your hat. It's not a professional look. Top of the first, Orlando Merced over the 407 side. His 9th home run of the year. Toronto took a 1-0 lead. Same inning, Carlos Delgado with the power swing, and he knew it. Home run number 20, just fair. 2-0 Toronto. Top 3, Joe Carter, half swing off the toe into center field. Otis Nixon scores. Toronto a 3-0 lead. All this in support of one Roger Clemens rolling along. The strikeout of McLemore, allowing just 2 hits through 5 innings, carrying a 3-0 lead on the scoreboard. It is now 4-1 Toronto, still in the 5th inning. Final score, Oakland defeats Kansas City 11-3 on a 6-run 3rd inning. Matt Stairs a big ball game, 3 RBIs. New York leading Chicago 4-0 in inning number 6. Wild one, Boston and Baltimore tied at 6. The O's tied on Baroa's home run. Cleveland 3, Milwaukee 2. Sandy Alomar has hit home run number 12. That ball game's moved to the 8th inning, just underway at Anaheim, Detroit, and Anaheim. Seattle, Minnesota. Tewksbury against Hurtado at Seattle. So a bolt that will long be remembered by Rondell White as he took this pitch to the upper deck in Veterans Stadium to give Montreal a 2-run lead. They need every run they could muster because the Phils got a 2-run home run from Rico Brogna and wound up falling 1 run short. Our final score tonight, Montreal defeats Philadelphia by a score of 5-4. Our next telecast on Sports Channel comes your way on the 1st of August. Friday night, St. Louis Cardinals in town take on the Phils. But change the music. Back at you on Prism Television tomorrow night for the first of the 4-game series against the Pirates of Pittsburgh, who will indeed come to town in at least a tie for first place in the Central Division Baseball surprise team. The game time is at 7:30. Our pregame show, the first pitch report at 7 o'clock, including an in-depth interview with Scott Rowland tomorrow night on Prism. We'd like to thank our producer, John Slobodka, and director, Frank DiVincentis, for the pictures from down in our production truck. For Kent Colby, I'm Larry Rosen saying thanks for being with us, and good night, everybody, from Veterans Stadium.